we're still under the in the cellar of the barn, yes?
Yes, that's where we're going to start off.
Well, in that case, Lieutenant Wesley will turn to the others and say, "All right, lads, all the basic objectives have been fulfilled. I know you're all itching to see if we can't still find that bastard and put a bullet between his eyes. So we'll do a quick reconnaissance to see if there's any chance that he's still in the village, in the town. If he's not, we have to get our hands on a radio, signal HQ, and make our way to the exfil point."
Very good, Skipper.
We've got to go through the tunnels. I hate those tunnels.
The rather old, rusting ladder taking you up to the trap door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, we're through the tunnels.
Yes, we're already through the tunnels.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I didn't want to put you through that again, Craig.
Yes, we. So yeah, one after the other, we can head up the ladder back into the barn.
So who's leading?
I'll lead by example. Why not?
Okay.
Our lieutenant.
So you swing the trapdoor open and stare down the barrels or double barrels of a shotgun aimed directly at your head, and then on you. And the gun is raised. You recognize the farmer who was herding the cows earlier. I believe his name was Jean-Paul. He sort of shoulders the shotgun and reaches out a hand with the other one to help you and pull you out.
Well, I'm glad I wore my brown pants for this mission.
Yep. Now, obviously, Wesley French isn't one of his main languages, but I think even he would know enough to say "merci beaucoup" as he's pulled up.
Cool.
And
so as you're all sort of, he pulls you out one by one.
Yep.
You've got the civilians, and as sort of, you've got three civilians with you. There's an old, like a quite old couple, probably like late 60s, looking very, very traumatized, and a younger woman, maybe in her 40s. And it's as this woman comes out, like you hear this sort of cry of joy from Jean-Paul, and he hugs her and starts weeping. Clearly, this is right. Sherpa, you would recognise this as his wife who had been snatched.
A happy reunion.
Happy reunion, indeed. Now you're actually in the barn. If you remember it from before, in that workbench in the corner, you see Aramis, and he's actually in the process of. Well, he seems to be tinkering with something, and as you get a closer look, he's putting together the components of a radio.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Ah, my friends, you made it. Yes, we heard noises and shouting and things from the chateau. I thought I would come here. I got Jean-Paul to bring me and I thought if I get my radio, you would need it."
Yes. Very good, Aramis. My thanks. We stopped the ritual. But Stöller escaped with his damned book. Is there any chance that any chance he'd still be in the area? Is it worth trying to pursue him?
You certainly kicked the nest of wasps. The village is alive with the Nazis. I don't know. There's a lot going on. I don't know. I did not see him leave, but.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out. But in the meantime, we can still signal. Command once you've got that radio sorted.
As this is all going on, Jack is going to post up at the door. He's not going to go outside the barn, but he's going to stand there just in case, like kind of peeking out, just making sure no one's coming up to the barn, like standing guard.
So if you remember, there was 2 doors. There was the big main door. There was sets of main doors at either end, and there was the side door, which is where you originally came in. So which doors would you be?
Probably the doors we originally came in. That seemed to be the high traffic route.
Well,
But
there
the
you've got
lieutenant may want to,
if anyone comes to the main doors, you can see drop from where you came in.
from where I'm at.
Yeah, excellent.
If you watch that one, I can go look at the other one.
Tommy fills both doors, so it's fine.
Yeah. I am the door.
You are the door.
Oh,
And
dear.
if you remember, there's also the dairy truck, the milk truck there,
Yep.
looking a bit sorry for itself, with a few kind of bullet holes and I believe it's got at least one flat tire, etc.
If it's got an engine, I can make it run if we need to get out of here.
Can I sidle over to where he has this radio and assess? Because you mentioned he was putting it together.
Yeah, it's obviously like they kind of hide the bits from if in case the Nazis are searching it, so it's kind of he's just assembling it. It's not like he's building it from scratch. It's an actual. So you watch a couple of minutes, it is ready.
I'll help him out by handing over relevant components. I'm skilled in electronic engineering, so I can recognise a valve from a doohickey.
Even quicker then with your assistance. It
Excellent.
only takes about a minute to finish it off.
Think you need one of these? 25 R resistor. Interesting. Would have got one in 32A myself.
Love it.
Very well. We use what we have.
Oh, I'm sure.
Is it Lieutenant? Beckon you presumably want to use it? Call.
Well, I'll glance over the lieutenant. Are you wanting us to signal Section M now, Lieutenant?
Might as well. Exfiltration will take them time to get into position. Gives us an opportunity to see if we can't clean up the last of the mess before we head off, although we'll have quite a trek ahead of us once we're out of here.
Do we have a pre-assigned extraction point, or do I need to inquire about that?
No, pre-assigned extraction is already sorted.
Jolly good. I'll report in then. I'll get out. I presume I know the appropriate sort of like code signals to send.
The lieutenant will have the
Yes,
frequencies that you need, and there is specific phrasing that has to use.
Yeah, rubber ducky.
So once you get it working, I'll send a signal to them to tell them the successful completion of objectives.
Well, she's all ready to go. I'll just flick it on. There you are. Hand over the mic.
I don't know exactly if there have been code phrases to describe anything, but the point is that Lieutenant Wesley will give the code Nascent Dawn to over the radio to Section M.
Nascent Dawn acknowledged. Exfil at a range site. 0800. Message ends.
0800 acknowledged out.
0800. What's the bloody time now?
Now probably around 3ish. Between 3:30.
5 hours.
Yep, 5 hours, and it's a 15-mile hike to the exfiltration point.
15 miles.
Yep. Well, I reckon that gives us enough time to do a quick scout out and see if we can't off-air Stöller while we're here.
Sherpa, can you make me an observation roll, please?
Yeah, I'd love to. Let's see if Sherpa can get the character sheet going today. Great. Right. Observation, he says, with reason?
Insight plus observation.
Insight. And will we have any momentum to spend, or is this just 2 dice at this point?
There's 2 in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Spend it.
Use one.
Let's spend one.
Can I assist as well? Because I'm not doing
I mean, you
anything.
can look. I mean, I don't know how you assist, but you can. If you're looking out of one of the doors, you can make your own observation. Or...
Sure. Okay.
And do I have any? Do not have any foci for the. So we'll just submit. And what's the difficulty on this, mad lad?
Just one.
Just one it is. Well then, I can get 2 successes.
So you get
So
momentum.
1 success and a bonus. So momentum back in the pot, back up to 2.
Straight out, straight in.
Nice.
You
So what
see?
do my? Yeah, I spy
as
with.
you're watching coming up the road. You see a sort of what looks like a young boy, sort of pegging it as fast as he can towards where you are.
I'll let the lieutenant know we have a little messenger boy incoming here. Somebody run up to the house, or towards the barn here.
He looks to the resistance chappies. You fellas
Jean-Paul?
expecting?
Yeah.
You fellas expecting a runner?
Aramis sort of turns to Jean-Paul, exchanges a few words, and sort of Jean-Paul moves to the door. And he goes, Louis, and sort of, oui. And, he from the village. He's from the village.
All right.
So eventually, this sort of young lad. He's probably about, I don't know, he's a bit scrawny, but you know, he could be anywhere between sort of 10 to 13-ish. You're not quite sure.
Okay.
And the level of grime. Yeah.
Peasant-y type of clothes, farm type of clothes. Sort of out of breath. He sort of goes to Aramis and sort of rattles off things in French. There's an exchange between them as he's kind of trying to get this information from here. And so eventually Aramis turns to him and says, I think this might be the news that you want.
Okay.
The German Stöller, he is preparing to leave. His men, or some of his men, they're loading up, ready to leave the town. Now, whether it be, I would imagine, the nearest city would be Rouen, which they would normally, the road they would normally take, they cannot take. We destroyed the bridge a couple of weeks ago. They have not had time to repair it yet. So this means they must take the back roads. If you can find transport, you might be able to catch them or head them off.
I look to. I say, excellent, good to hear. As for transport, I don't suppose it would put you out of sorts too much if we tried to repair and commandeer this milk truck here. If not, we can find something. If not, we can find something else in the town.
This is I have one spare tire.
Yes, I look to our resident dolphins and grease monkeys. It's like, I suppose you have a magic way to fix flat tires, do you?
Well, if you want to make a quick assessment roll, I can tell you. So if you want to make
I can.
Mechanical engineering, something like that, I'll tell you.
I actually do have a specialty in mechanical engineering, so.
Oh, perfect! I'll let you.
Yes, he is. Jack is, other than being this, soldier. I built him as a grease monkey, so he is the actual mechanic.
Sweet.
So we'll do insight and mechanical engineering. Does that sound correct?
I'm going to say probably reason, I think.
Even better. Reason. And I will spend a die. Spend a point of momentum there for engineering with a focus of mechanical engineering. Yes. And what's the difficulty on this bad boy?
Just one again.
Just one again. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. Yes, 2 successes.
Nice.
Enough to put the momentum back in the pot. And 6. All right.
So yeah, you do a sort of quick assessment. You know, kick the tires, get under the bonnet, have a look. You realise there's just the one flat tire. The driver's side headlamp is smashed. Pretty much all the rear lights are smashed. The driver's side mirror smashed. And getting underneath, you notice that the brake line has been severed. So there's a little bit of a puddle under there.
Oh, good. There's leaking brake fluid everywhere.
It's going to fail its MOT.
There's not much left, but yeah. Yeah. I may need.
Maybe we can
I
jury
may
rig
need
something.
Private Darby here. Yeah. Or the professor. Oh, sorry. Is the professor? It was the professor. Correct. The engineer.
I am. My specialty is more tanks, really, but and combat engineering. But you know, I'm sure I could help you out some way. Bit of a jury rig, I suppose. We need an alternative.
Doesn't need to
fluid.
Yeah.
Just needs to work well enough.
It doesn't need to last for long. We just need to get it to last long enough.
Yeah. I do have a talent. Now that I come to think of it, which I have as of yet been unable to use, which is prototype. I can construct unusual and experimental devices. Could I, concoct whatever I can find in an A-team style montage from this area and construct, jury rig something to make restore the fluid pressure in the brakes using some appropriate viscous fluid?
Do you know what? I like that idea. So I think you can do that. I think you can do that. So I think it's difficulty 2 engineering.
Difficulty 2
skills.
engineering skill test. Okie main, and we've got like 2 in the pot, so I'll take.
Can I assist with this?
Please
from
do.
My engineering skill?
You can. Yeah.
I would love to help. Yeah.
So this is.
I think your expertise in actual sort of the grease monkey side of things would definitely be helpful.
You got it.
Telling them where to connect things. And
I'm going to use my coordination. Is that okay, or is it also?
I think it's reason again. Yeah.
Great. So Steve, you go ahead and roll, and then I'll roll to help out. I'm just rolling one die.
Yep.
So.
No worries. I am going to grab one of those momentum for an extra dice.
Please do. I cannot. So.
Difficulty 2. Here we go.
Oh,
3 successes.
Outstanding.
And Jacques' help.
And the momentum's
So
back.
any successes will add to the momentum pot here.
And you said it's a difficulty 2? Well, actually, it's 0
yes.
for me. So. And I do. No, I don't succeed, but at least it's not.
Right. You help him out, but I mean, he's done it. He's jury rigged some kind. So. Yeah,
this is
so
not a complication or something, so don't make anything worse.
No. So what? It's going to take them about 10-15 minutes of this. They're sort of tinkering and that. So what's everybody else doing while these guys are tinkering away under the van?
Well, no. Jacques moved from the door. I'll keep a lookout for that door that he was watching.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I'm still on the other one, I think.
I'm not sure. I think. I think Wesley would probably want to. I think he'd probably watch the. He might actually watch the hatch that we just came through to make sure that no stragglers decide to chase us through the tunnels that we just came out of.
Although I might have to go foraging for roots and berries because we'll be going catabolic soon.
All right. So yeah, after about 15 minutes or so, the professor and Jack declare that they've done as much as they can to get the vehicle done. I'm going to see you'll change that tire as well, presumably. Do that in 5 minutes. Probably have Tommy just lift the thing rather than use a jack. I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, I'll deadlift it.
I also notice on prototype I get to select a talent from the talents section and apply its benefits to the device.
Ooh.
So I'm wondering if, having had a quick squiz at the talents by keyword, I could leverage one of the vehicle's talents. I'm not that familiar with them. Don't know if drive all night or still in control might work.
Well, sure.
So I do have a talent for operating vehicles, so it may be beneficial for me to drive.
Cool. It's just that, yeah, definitely. We get to
And
leverage
if you can
a
add
talent.
on to that, is even
Yeah,
better.
if we
I
can get
love
them
it.
to
No, that's what I'm saying. Add on
synergize.
to that.
So that somehow
You
in
can synergize.
in
Love
jury rigging it, I've bestowed a
Love
talent into the device. It's just a question of.
But the talent, yeah, no worries. This talent works when I'm operating the vehicle, so
Yes.
just want to make sure we're on the,
I'm
That's
going
right.
to say you've while you were under there, you just couldn't help tinkering with some of the rods and things underneath there.
Yeah.
And that you've basically juried something so that if even when in your opinion, if if Jacques should lose control,
Yeah.
he can still exert influence on the vehicle. So
Nice.
when the vehicle suffers a complication, you may decide the effects of the complication rather than the GM, although the GM may veto any which are out of context.
Lovely. So I'll given that you're going to drive, I'll walk you through the peculiar jury reading I've done to this.
thank you.
It just means I think the kind of the steering is going to be a lot more sensitive and a bit more robust.
We invented power steering. I love it.
Did. I've used some of the brake fluid because there was an excessive amount of it, and I've used it effectively in the inverse to do assist the steering. So it might be a bit be light fingered. That's all I'm going to say.
Love it.
It's not going to behave
Love it.
like a milk truck.
Yeah. So it's not like an open milk truck. It's kind of those kind of
We've got
sort of
2 CV vans.
Yeah, that kind of ilk. So you can get obviously Jacques can get in the front with a passenger, so someone riding shotgun, and there'll be room in the back for everybody else. So it depends on. I think Tommy might have to go in the back. I think that would probably.
Yeah, for sure.
It might be a bit
Test
of a
the
tight squeeze
suspension.
getting in the front, but up to you who goes where. So we've got Jacques.
I realized I was not muted. I apologize for the crunch.
That's driver.
Do it all the time.
So who have we got in the passenger seat?
The question is, do we want the person in the passenger seat to be armed with like a submachine gun or a rifle?
It's called shotgun.
Well, okay, but who has the shotgun?
I think I broke Steve with that one. He was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
You're in charge, Lieutenant. So whatever you think.
I think having someone with a submachine gun in the shotgun seat makes sense, because it means that if we run into someone we're not expecting, it means they can put down a hail of suppressive fire.
Well, the submachine guns, it's either the Professor or Reese. Reese has probably got the best eyes for spotting things coming up ahead.
All right.
Okay.
Obviously, that's up to you. If you
Okay. Reese, you're in the passenger seat, and then the rest of us will
Alright.
get in the back.
I jump in.
And Reese, here's my machine pistol as well, so you can, be having extra ammo, whatever you need. Like if you need it, get extra ammo for that.
Just imagine Reese with the gun in each hand, just
Dropping them.
Yes, that.
What could possibly go wrong?
You've said it again. You keep saying that. It's gonna bite us in the arse. Oh well.
Piece of cake.
So before you go, Aramis will pull the lieutenant aside and show you on the map the roads where the Germans are expected to go, and he shows you the route to try and intercept them. And he wishes you good luck as Jacques starts the engine. There's a kind of throaty thing, which sounds a bit more muscular than you would expect from such a vehicle. And
I will shake Aramis's hand. I will give him a very resolute "Vive la France," and I will climb on in the back with the rest of my squad.
I think in the handouts we've got stuff on. I've added some stuff on vehicles and vehicular combat.
Oh my god.
Should be able to see that now.
I'm sure it's unrelated, don't worry.
I'm sure that won't come
I
up.
just want to draw your attention,
It's
Jacques.
better to have and not need than need and not have.
Just want to draw your attention to the document marked ramming. I wish you to disregard that, if you don't mind.
If the GM wanted us to disregard it, he would not have put it there in the first place.
Well, I'm going to close my eyes when that happens.
I mean, could just, I don't know, stick a ram on the front of the van before you go if you really wanted to.
Yeah, give me another 10 minutes and I'll have this thing outfitted like an armoured vehicle.
Oh, dear. No,
let's hook it. Let's just hook it.
Jacques already. So, how quick you're taking this?
Gun it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. Let's see. Make sure my microphone is on. Yeah, I'm looking at the options here for vehicular movement. For vehicle moves a number of zones equal to its. So hasty piloting is all skill tests made by crew. All right, 1 difficulty. Focused driving is coordination. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. If focused driving moves a number of zones up to twice its speed. So that's a gunning it, I think.
Nice.
All right. Well, hopefully on the bottom there of your screen, can you see a little button says "Random Country Road"?
Nope.
No.
It might be because it's. Sorry, you might have to switch it on your map.
I don't see it listed as being one you put in bar.
I'll just check. Ah, right. My apologies. There we go. You should be able to see it now.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Is this where a John Denver tune starts up?
Certainly.
Can everyone see it or not?
I
Yeah,
do
all
not.
good.
I don't know what we're.
No.
I'm sorry, I don't
Where
know.
is it? Yep.
You have to turn
If
it
you go
on.
into if you go in the top right, you've got the symbols for the menus. If you click on the one that says collection,
Right.
it will give you access. You'll see macros that you can tick to be in bar or not, and one of them will be Random Country Road that you want to tick that.
Oh yeah. I see it
So the question is, who's going to roll it?
Got it.
I vote
Dealer's
the
choice.
driver.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Driver, make the roll.
No table with that name. Let's try this again. I clicked on the thing.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll just roll it. Sorry.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so you out there. Nice. Be as sharp.
Here's
left,
sharp left.
More obstacles in.
And no obstacles in the path. Okay.
Okay, that seems okay. That seems reasonable.
So that takes you down another way here. So I'll not make you roll. Yeah.
Great.
Yet.
You're nice.
yeah, no, yeah. It's
I'll
fine.
take it. I'll take it. You know, we'll delay
exactly.
the inevitable. That's fine. As
But,
long
I
as
mean,
possible.
he's speeding away there. He's getting quite a good lick out of this old this old van. Do you want to make another roll?
Sure. Am I clicking on that random country road once more time?
Well, so if it's not working for you, can someone else try it? Or it might be some,
I'll try it. It says no table found with that. I'm not. I don't know why I've clicked it.
Yeah, it's
on the thing.
same when I've clicked it.
Oh, right. Okay. Apologies.
Damn me.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Now back to the right. Hedgerows border closely on each side.
I'm sure that's not important later on.
I mean, we have used them for hiding behind for ambushes before. We know what they're used for.
Can I, being that I'm in the front because of my good eyesight, do an observation test?
Of course you can.
Oh yeah, watch the left there, Jack. You're running into the hedgerows. sorry.
It's going to be like Colin McRae Rally, where you're going steep bend to the right.
Yeah.
Execute
I'll
hairpin
take
turn.
one momentum.
Careful over crest.
Yes. Startled rabbits.
I'm going to use a focus of sight.
Nice.
Difficulty, what is it?
Ooh.
2.
2.
2.
2. Oh, go on.
Okay.
Mm.
Just sort of disappearing around the bend. Just as you sort of come around your bend, you just sort of see, you just catch what looks like the tail lights of something in the distance.
Okay. Well, I'll bellow that back to the lieutenant so he knows what's going on.
So, do you bellow back to him?
So you would put that at extreme range. That has any influence on one's decisions.
Right.
Oh,
so,
hang on.
sorry. So what have I?
Sorry,
What?
let me just point this out as well.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
okay. So
I'll
it's
get an
two
Extra
bursts, right?
momentum back.
And what was it? I'm sitting at extreme range. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Tail lights ahead.
Tail lights, yeah, of a vehicle.
Tail lights.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So we
We found somebody on the road.
found somebody. The question is it them? And if it, do we risk trying to head them off now if it's the wrong person, or do we just literally catch up to them and try to push them off the road?
See if the car. Yeah.
How much do we want to use the ramming rules that we're not supposed to use?
I wish I hadn't mentioned them now.
I gotta catch him first, but yeah, we can figure that. I'm fine with that.
Might just be another milk cart. It might just be the milking hour.
Yeah, just drive up alongside them and chuck bottles of milk at them.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? You know, like, what are they doing? Like, what are you know?
go
So as you get round that bend, the road's sort of straightened out quite ahead, and you know, Jack, you can definitely.
I'll gun
see,
it for sure. Yeah.
There is definitely lights ahead of you now. Do you want to make another roll, Reese? This time, obviously, difficulty 1 for you.
Let me know when you can figure out who they are. Yeah.
Difficulty 1, hell yeah. Is this to detect hidden enemies or danger?
Well, you're checking out the lights ahead of you, but yeah, I'm going to say, why not? You're on
Nice,
alert.
okay. Excellent. I'm going to take 1 momentum again.
Please do.
I'm going to use a focus of sight. Difficult 0. Hell yeah.
That's what we're on about. There we go.
So I get that one back. And 1 more.
Nice. Building up some momentum. I hope you can leverage this.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold on bloody tight, just in case.
Everybody hold on. Here we go.
Okay. I tell you, it looks like a truck, followed by a motorcycle and a sidecar.
Looks like our guys.
So, you need to.
All right, if I get you up close, can you shoot the motorcyclist?
Absolutely. Definitely.
Okay. That's what we're going to try to do. And then we'll work on ramming the big truck. I'm going to need to ram the motorcycle. We just, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you get in front of the truck, then us in the back can literally open up the back of the thing and just unload rifles and shotguns and submachine guns into the driver and get.
I can do that. I can. Yeah. Let me see if I can get in front of him.
Yep. That'll be cool.
Okay, so you need to make your. So the movement is. Just working out my speed. Okay, so what? You're driving, Jack. So
yes.
How are you driving? Which driving maneuver are you doing?
Bat out of hell speed. I'm just going. Yeah, no. What we're doing is exactly what we talked about. What I want to do is I want to catch up to them and then put the passenger side next to. Just pull alongside the motorcyclist and have Darby just unload on them there.
Okay. In that case, so you reckon to do that, you're going to have to do a focused driving.
Looks like coordination plus vehicles.
Twice your speed. Twice your
in order to catch up to them.
So it's coordination plus vehicles with a difficulty of 2.
You got it. I am going to take one of those momentum.
Well, actually, so you're at extreme range at the moment. So like this would take you a number of zones up to twice your speed, or you can do hasty piloting, which is difficulty. You move a number of zones equal to your speed, but all tests made by crew or passengers are made a +1 until the start of your test.
Again, I apologize, but I don't know. I can look for the zones and things, but I don't fully understand.
Just do what
maybe you can help.
do.
Maybe if someone can help me out.
Give me a second. And we shall see if this works. Oh.
Map for the chase. Yes,
more
please.
Momentum, didn't you? Did you have 4 momentum in the part or 3?
I thought we had 4.
4.
There we go. Okay.
So does that help?
I think so. And then the milk truck gives what is its move? How if I'm going to double it, how much can it move? Right.
Your speed is 3.
Okay.
So you can move up to 3 zones and around.
Okay. So with the
but obviously they're moving at their speed.
Sure.
Which is that many zones, but you reckon you're going to have to go faster than your regular speed to catch up with them.
Number of zones up to twice its speed for focused driving, so that
So
would be
focused driving
6.
doubles that.
Yeah, doubles it, and then it's relative movement according to how fast they're going. So I reckon go hell for leather.
Yeah.
Do your focused driving
Yeah.
like you wanted, and if in doubt, be ready for the old brakes.
Absolutely. What brakes? No, I didn't fix the brake. You said don't worry
I
about
fixed the
brake line.
brakes. I fixed.
Pal,
the
do our what is it called? Fortune points reset at the beginning of the session as well.
Oh yeah, so everyone should have 3.
Oh, thank goodness.
So you can spend one of them for a crit, Steve, if you wanna.
That's a great idea. What do you think? Should we do that?
Hell
Or
yeah.
should we save it when we're needed to get in front and ram this thing?
Well, you have 3 fortune points, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right. I keep expecting it's way more than determined. I will 100% spend 1 for a crit. So
Nice.
let's do that. I will then. So we'll start with a crit, and then we'll go with coordination with the other 2 dice, because I'm spending a point of momentum to roll 3, so we can get them out of there. Submit relevant skill, vehicles,
Come on.
and he does have. And the difficulty is 2, you said, yes?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to need some help. So, that's good, because I got 1 success on those 2, and the crit is 2 more successes for a total of 3. So,
Nice.
So you do it.
That's
so
3
gives
successes
you a
and
momentum
a
back.
point of momentum back, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, so you're caught right up with these guys.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
They're probably slightly ahead of you, and you can kind of start to see.
Outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right, Debbie, you're up.
Can I
show
see?
you that. So
like,
show
who's
them,
in
so
the-
That's kind of what you're following.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, is that a pig? You're carrying a pig.
You fall and the. Yeah. Is that style?
Classic.
Upper blitz.
Just so you've got, just for the complete, you keep getting
Love it.
kind of
Love the
glimpses,
Hmm.
as you crack along at one of those. But that's the wagon, the truck is definitely sort of blocking that.
Fair dues.
For now.
All right, so yeah, Jacques brings, floors it and brings you pretty much right up behind.
Keep an eye out for a flagpole or a lamppost to ram in its wheels.
Yeah.
So love to recreate that moment.
Yeah.
Failing that, shoot him.
I think play it safe. With someone like this, we do not want to take chances.
I'm guessing they notice us, the fella in the sidecar and on the bike.
Yes.
We're just an innocent milk truck.
Yes,
It's an
why
urgent
are we-
delivery.
Scott in Himmel, why are we being overtaken by a milk truck?
The milk is
Yeah,
going
I'm
off.
gonna just
Snell.
try to.
Snell.
I'm gonna try to blast the shit out of them, but I want to do it when they're not directly in front of us, so we don't then trip ourselves over them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Wait till they veer off to the side a little bit.
Now they have spotted you, so I need to make my roll to see if I can. Okay. Yeah, so like as completely, it's kind of swervingly managing to keep just in front of you.
Oh
So you
dear.
can't actually pull alongside, and you can see that there's like the guy in the sidecar. It's like can't swing his machine gun round.
Yeah, I'd take the opportunity now while you still have before they have the chance to shoot back.
And he's like shouting something, but you can't hear what it is. And then suddenly the motorbike sort of veers to one side and like suddenly slows down as if it's going to come up behind, and you shoot past it.
Okay.
I'm going to say because you are ready, you've got you can have a shot as it goes past, but it will be difficulty of 3 because it's just you would kind of think it was there, then suddenly it's coming past you as you sort of.
Sure. All right. So I just roll the weapons by the stun gun.
Right.
Button.
So let's have a look. You
And yell back, they're coming your way.
Your driving roll didn't give any. You were doing the focused one, weren't you?
Mhm.
So all skill tests made by crew or passengers are made at +1 difficulty until the next.
Oh, because I'm going super fast.
Oh no.
So it's a D4.
Oh.
Alright, I'm going to spend 1 momentum, and I'm going to use a fortune point for a crit,
Sweet.
which makes it a D2, because the crit is 2, right?
Crit is 2, yeah.
Oh!
So that's 3
Unfortunately.
successes.
Fortunately.
3 successes.
Yeah, so that's done enough.
Well, you're so close. Bullets sort of spray out. You kind of see like Darby like no, as they go like hurtles
Shit.
past.
There it is.
I wonder if you might want to consider spending 2 momentum and us keeping the initiative so we get to act before they do.
Yeah, if everyone agrees with that, I'll do that.
That's a great idea. Yeah, and yell back to them that they're moving
Yeah,
around
look
behind
out.
us to line up the shot.
I mean, we can try and shoot them out the back whilst you try and
Mhm.
manoeuvre into an
Absolutely.
advantageous position against the next. The Opal Blitz.
I'm going to assume you get it, and I'm going to focus on the getting Stöller. So
Don't worry, we've got it.
positive thinking.
So who is going?
Well,
Take the
Lieutenant is Dead-Eyed Dick as far as I'm concerned, so you know.
I can give it a go.
You remember it's a
I was
+1
going to chuck a
difficulty.
milk churn at them, so yeah, you're probably the better.
But sorry, I didn't.
Donkey Kong it out the back.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't catch that. It's a +1 to what? Sorry.
Difficulty.
+1 to difficulty because you're going that fast and you're bouncing along the road there and sort of trying to hang on and take aim.
Okay. Well, I'll spend the fortune point then.
All spending your fortune points in this scene very early.
So what is the difficulty, Paolo, in this bit? Because, ours was higher because they went past us.
Yeah, his is 2 because they've kind of come in and slotted into place behind you. He's kind of lining up his machine gun,
But it's still bouncing.
on the sidecar.
So I had 2 successes from the so I only get 2
Correct.
successes and a complication.
Oh
Complication.
man.
Well, he doesn't have much threat. You may want to buy it off, just so you don't shoot out our own tires.
Yeah, I can buy that off with threat.
Thank you. I didn't have one. I don't think we had one threat, so that's nice. Thank you.
Yeah, you just see you just get a moment of Wesley, sitting there, inhaling, exhaling, and then there's the sound of him racking around into the chamber of the Enfield, aiming and firing. Let's see how much damage I do actually.
Can I ask who you are aiming at?
The driver.
The driver?
Because if I take out the driver, then the gunner's kind of screwed anyway, because he's just going to have to stay there. And look, at best, he'll just end up staying in a vehicle that's not moving on the road. At worst, they'll crash into an edge or something and flip. So let's see. Dice. Why is it saying 7 dice? Oh, because yeah, I've clicked the stress thing. The stress value 6, but it's saying I have 7 dice to roll. What's that about?
You have pluses for your one of your
agility, or it automatically adds them in.
Yeah, I forget about that.
I know it does the math for you. I was like, when I first started rolling them, I'm like,
okay, so so plus the vicious, so 2
6 stress,
6 stress,
and 2 effects.
He is dead.
Oh, please let that motorcycle explode and go end over tea kettle and just like.
Despite this guy's helmet and his goggles, he just aims a shot right through the eyes, and this poor German shoulder grapefruit just bursts, and the vehicle swerves as the body just spasms in its death throes, and the vehicle just goes like swerving back and forth. And yeah, it's not a pretty sight, but this guy's just his poor gunner's like trying to get a shot, and suddenly there's this spray of crimson next to him, and his poor friend the driver is just his entire head's missing.
They're not poor. They're not. It's not unfortunate when they're Nazis. It's better that way.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. I take your point, but either way, yeah, the driver is very dead, and depending on how the bike being driverless responds to it, the gunner might not be far behind him.
And they were going to try to kill us, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy, as you say, just sort of totally just pretty much disintegrates in a spray of crimson. Well, I say crimson, it's dark. You got.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, and you see the sort of the headlight of the motorcycle sort of veer to one side, point towards the road, and then kind of hear the screams of the guy as he's sort of catapulted out of the sidecar into one of those low overhanging branches, which sort of just basically hits with a sickening thud, sort of stomach level. He kind of flips over and lands in a heap on the road and kind of skids along.
Hell of a shot.
As the motorcycle just sort of catches up and hits him and rolls over him, leaving a sort of mangled mess of sort of flesh and metal along the road, and a kind of shower of little spray sparks as it kind of comes to a stop as you speed ahead.
That is a bad case of road rash that guy got. Alright, that's one down. On to the next target.
Yeah.
So
my turn, I believe.
Now
yes.
turn. Yes.
Your turn now.
Okay. You see, Jacques and Reese will see the back flap of the truck sort of pulled up and over, and you can see about 4 Black Sun troopers taking position, sort of machine guns trained basically at you guys.
Oh, I like it when they're in grenade formation.
Yeah. If only I had
Only
some.
grenades. So yes, I'm only tap one at a time. So the first guy does hit. Now this is the question: what type of damage do I actually do against the vehicle?
Milkfloat's notorious for being heavily armoured, so I think we should be fine.
Alright, yeah.
Or themes for that type of thing.
Yeah.
That's why they go so slow normally, you see, it's all the armour.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take protecting their milk delivery very seriously.
Definitely. Just want to Staple
should.
foods for France. Need their milk for all their various cuisine. Pudding.
I got a suggested title for this episode, Steve. This is the Milk Run.
The milk run.
Yeah.
I get an image though. Somehow I got an image of that episode of Father Ted, who's driving very slowly around the roundabout. The recreation of Speed, but in a milk float.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that looks bad.
Machine and pistol 40.
I just need to look at your stats on the truck to see what kind of arm.
Has it got tough 5 by any chance?
I fear that might be wishful thinking.
I see if I had 10 minutes with some steel plates, could have been in a tank. Never
Yeah,
mind.
but then you'd have got one.
You know, like you kind of look at horror. There's bullets sort of sprayed. All it sort of cracks the windscreen. It they're ricocheting off the
Oof.
bonnet and the grill, but your truck does seem to take it.
Yes.
Nice.
Good old French engineering, you can't beat it.
Pretty sure that's not how that goes, but yeah.
I believe it right now.
Right now, we're hoping it is.
Hold together, baby, hold together.
Right.
I'm just trying to think. I can't do. Can I?
I don't think you can.
No,
Like,
no. So,
Pretty sure you
someone
can't.
going and, like, groups and squads. I was trying to remember if I could do that one.
If it's anything bad for us, it's a no.
Nice.
Is this the heroic finale? We've got to get through with some scrapes and hijinks. Not all die heroically.
Well, it's one of your turns next. Whoever's got it. So I think we've got Tommy
Tommy?
and the Professor both have actions.
We have.
So it's up to you who does what.
Tommy, get up here and kick a grenade into them.
I don't know, grenades.
Haven't got any grenades. Shit.
Ah,
I was hoping they were going to be behind us and I could have done something.
Is that motorbike and sidecar still behind us, or did it veer off? Or is there the passenger bloke who's still there?
Oh no.
they were ruined, I think. Yeah.
They're ruined. Good. So there's nobody behind me. So, well, I can't do anything from back here. I don't think.
Can you... Let me think.
I am not going
there's gotta be
underneath the
something.
van or over the top of the van. This is not Indiana Bloody Jones.
There's like a little.
Kinda is Indiana Jones.
There's a little slidey hatch so you can talk to the people in the front if you like.
Okay, I'll open it
Yeah,
up.
careful.
I'll open it up.
Can you
Just what's in his head?
can you give moral support through the little hatch as an assist?
Open up the hatch. Well, that was a close one. Shit! Look at all those fellas.
Did we get him?
No.
Did you get him?
Yeah. Well, yes. But a bit worried about those
Maybe.
people though.
Maybe I could ready an action for like when you catch up. Right?
Well, I mean, you'll lose your actions this round because his action was to catch up this round, and that's what you've done. So it's either do something or you just lose an action this round.
Oh, so it's got to be the exact same turn.
Well, like you say, you can't really do anything, can you? Unless you've got something like, I don't know,
Talent to bolster a
observation-wise
friend
something.
or something like
Yeah.
that.
Is anyone stressed?
I could try and create truth. Why don't we try and create truth?
Oh yeah, how do you do that?
Discuss with the GM to determine an appropriate attribute plus skill. Roll 2 to create a new truth. And I'm going to use my... what have I got? Could I use, like, maybe reason? And... skill of persuasion with a focus of innuendo to keep the atmosphere light and bolster...
Convince Tommy to fall out along the side and hang off the side and shoot things.
No, I'm just trying to create a trait of we can do it, chaps. I've been in worse.
Like morale. Morale boost.
Yeah, like a morale boost. I've been in worse situations
Nice.
like this.
Ooh, I love
You know, with the old canoe up a
Brilliant.
gum tree, as they say, from where I am. But we're a crack team, and these Nazis don't know what's going to hit them.
Nice.
I'm trying to create the truth of bolstered.
Stiff upper lip.
Nice.
Right.
Stiff upper lip. Nicely put, Tomo.
Got away with words, you know how it is.
You're a poet laureate. So I'd like to roll.
Yeah, I do like a curry.
Oh dear. Reason plus persuasion, if you don't mind. It's
Go on then.
yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Give it a
go
go.
on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Reason.
Yeah, I love that.
We've got a. Can I take a momentum out of the pot?
Yeah, do it.
Excellent. Skill, persuasion. It's like filling in a form for the NHS. Right. It's a lot of. Oh my god, difficulty 2. Submit. Whoa, 3
Nice.
successes. Gain a momentum back.
Nicely done.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll let you roll 2 combat die,
Oh yeah.
and however many you get, I'll let you add that to the courage for this scene.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Nice.
Combat die, is that the challenge dice?
Yeah.
Right.
Sir, what's courage?
It's the thing that
It's
helps
like
you
armor.
slough off damage and
Yeah.
resist things, I think. Okay.
It's what you find in a hip flask, Tommy, I think.
I do, yes.
Yeah. There you go.
So everyone gets 1 point of courage.
Hell
Nice.
It's
Outstanding.
kind of like a mental armor.
Mental fortitude.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Don't know, all this muttering goes on. It comes to your turn.
It's the Nazis up front.
Muttering.
They're muttering.
Okay. You might need that courage now.
Another hail of machine gun fire sort of peppers off the bonnet and windscreen, but not enough to stop you guys. But yeah. New
Right,
round.
no damage,
New
nothing
round.
like. Okay, no significant damage.
No.
Great.
You look like Swiss cheese, but you know.
It's not my truck.
Yeah.
That's fine, that's dairy themed.
Okay. So the road ahead is sharp right,
Sharp right.
and there are now hedgerows bordering closely on either side of the road. So you're going to have to make your maneuver roll to get around that corner nice and safe.
Well,
Yeah.
are these guys going the same speed as us now? Because we caught up to them, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have to do the pell mell. We don't have to
do
like.
the super fast.
Right.
I'm going to say you're all kind of at the same speed now, but the rules will be due for maneuvering around.
Sure.
So if you want to ram, or if there's any obstacles or things like that. So like I say, there's a sharp bend there, so you're going to have to negotiate that bend.
Okay.
So that's what your driving skill will be for.
And that is coordination plus.
Coordination
Vehicles?
plus vehicles.
Okay.
And if you
Just so we're on
have,
the same page.
any-
And we have difficulty.
It's
How difficult are the hedgerows?
the hedgerows are fine. It's a sharp bend, so that's going to be a difficulty 2.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a right angle. You're just going to have to
Yeah, I think I'm going to take one of those momentum just to be sure, keep us all on the road. This is pretty important. Okay, so we'll roll 3 dice with vehicles. And difficulty 2.
Wow.
Well, I did get a lot of complications.
Holy
so
moly.
That's fun.
Take that man's dice away.
Can I spend a focus, one of these, to re-roll? No. Okay.
No, the fortune you've spent for this scene, haven't you?
Oh, you can only spend 1 a scene, is that right?
1 per scene, is that
I'm
correct?
pretty sure it's 1 a scene.
Oh.
My God, we've been
Was it one of those?
bashing them left, right, and centre up until now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check.
Yeah.
Please do.
We did
thinking
one
that
per
was-
round last time, didn't we?
Yeah. Kind of
But I
splashed
think
them
you're
around.
right. I
a
think
bit.
it is one a scene.
Whoa.
You can only spend 1 fortune point per skill test or per round in combat.
Per round. Sorry,
Thank God. Oh.
That does make sense. If you got 3 fortune every scene, but you could only spend 1 of them, then 2
Right.
of them would go 1 scene, so it makes sense.
Mm.
A fortune point may be spent to re-roll any number of dice in the character's pool. So
Nice.
I'd like to do that, please. I'm going to spend another fortune point and re-roll because holy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let me mark down my fortune point. 1 left. Here we go. Okay, so let's try that again, shall we? What I really meant was coordination with 3 dice and vehicles. Right? Can hardly be worse than that. What could go wrong, right? I'm just saying it for him now. I'm just saying it for him.
That's
How about
better.
two successes
Hell yeah.
and no complications? I just slot them up in there. See,
Oh,
piece of cake.
Yeah.
Wow, you really did punch
I
up the steering
told
on
you
this.
to keep a light. I'm through the little perspex window. Just a light grip. Just a light grip. Don't oversteer.
So yeah, Jack deftly.
Oh,
There's a little bit of little bit of fishtail in it as you get around the corner. Those feet.
Oh, yeah, a lot of it. Yeah.
So I suppose. Well, I've got my guys.
Yeah, they
Shall I get a
completely
turn?
turf into a hedgerow now. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna spend a couple of grand. Yeah, he's round that corner. Well,
But does that manoeuvre all counts as our turn?
Yeah, it's like
That's
one
it.
action in a turn.
now it's one.
They took their action too, so
Their
it's back to
actions.
us.
And now it's
Is it the front there?
now it's ours. So go for your life, Tomo.
So go. They don't like it up them, Tommy.
No.
Well, I mean, who's going first? I know Reese is in the passenger seat, so you're sort of front and centre there. I don't know if that.
But Tommy
Yeah,
didn't really
but
get a
I'm not
chance
like go
last
for the
round.
last round, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he
Well,
didn't even-
what do you want to do? Because you're in the back of the van at the moment.
Well, I was going to create a truth.
Yeah, go on.
Like, follow the professor's.
So you
Follow
need
the
to-
professor's
Are
example.
you saying that? Are you going to say that the van has a skylight?
No, I was gonna use his weight distribution to keep the van extraordinarily stable, so that it lowers the difficulty
Brilliant. Yeah.
of future rolls.
Oh,
Just
It's
lies
not
down.
like a sidecar rider when there's bikes and sidecars do racing. He's gonna do that,
Yeah.
but he's heavy enough to balance a truck. So
Oh, I love it.
that's what
I'll
I'm
allow that. So,
Brilliant.
excellent. So I'm going to say on any driving roll, you get an assist
Love it.
from Tommy.
Yeah, he could have done with that like the turn
Yeah.
before. I
Yeah,
guess.
but
That's alright. We know now.
You got it now. Hey, that's great.
Does that just happen, or do I have to do something?
No, just from now on. So you've kind of set yourself at where you think's the optimal place in the back of the van there, and you're kind of hanging on.
Yeah,
or
grabbing
whatever
onto the
it's
top.
there.
Racing out on both sides, kind of like, exactly.
So Reese,
Well, I'm going to shoot at this flap of guys.
Mhm.
If I shoot at the tyres, is it going to be harder?
Right. Well, the vehicle. So shooting at vehicle, we've got. Can you see the vehicle combat handout there?
Which one? Hold on.
So shooting at passengers is, I think it's if you've got you basically shoot at the thing. The truck has one of the truths about the truck is that it's exposed. So anybody in the back, you can spend 2 momentum to choose to hit an occupant rather than the truck itself.
Okay. Well, I can't. We don't have 2 momentum, so I just shoot the truck then.
Yeah, but if you're shooting the truck, you might generate momentum to get you the.
Okay, to shoot the guys. And so if I wanted to spend the 2 momentum to shoot the tyres, could I do that?
You'd have to make your roll first, and then if you've got enough momentum, you can spend 2 to sort of target the shot, as it were.
Yeah, okay.
But obviously, the truck will have armor, as will the tires and things, whereas the people won't necessarily.
What's the difficulty?
It is 2 because of the speed you're going, and you're sort of still jostling around the road. So.
Do I take that last momentum or not?
It's worth it.
I'm going to take it.
Take it
Follow your
and
heart.
make us some more. There you go. Take fortune and multiply.
Okay, 2 successes, but no extra
So
momentum.
So you've hit.
Just
you've sprayed
random-
again at
Yeah.
the truck. Now just roll your damage on your weapon.
Hell yeah. That
Nice.
much.
There you go.
Bada 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 bada.
Nice.
Right in the gas masks.
No, I mean you're shooting up basically the back of the vehicle there. So again, sort of much like the like what they've been doing to you, your bullets are sort of sprayed all over it. They're sort of ricocheting off the metal of the back tail. You've shot out some lights, like the brake lights, etc. The German side are sort of flinching as this hail of fire comes out, but it's still going.
I lean through the perspex. I got some lights. And we can't see where they are. Shit.
So might to shoot back.
Well, that's not very sporting.
We're Nazis. We're not sporting.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to think they were. Oh,
So
what a
again,
shame.
sort of like
It was.
as it's sort of like the truck, the head seems to be swerving, like weaving across the road as Reese is sort of spraying at it. They're kind of panicking a bit, so that knocks their aim off, and you see the burst or the muzzle flare of the machine guns, but none of it seems to connect with the truck this time. So we've got the lieutenant and the professor back there.
Yep.
Anything you'd like to do?
Shoot at. Can we shoot at anything?
I mean, your rifle could fit through the slot of the where you've been communicating with the people in the front.
Open the window and get out of the way.
Yep. Yep. I mean, I could theoretically hit any of these. I mean, if I can get a shot in at whoever's riding in the Kuppelwagen, I might be able to take out. I might be able to take out our target quite quickly.
The Kuppelwagen, you can't quite make out that. Basically, the truck. From that narrow view, all you can really see is the back end of the truck. You can see it's still dark. It's now probably about, like 4 in the morning.
Okay, that's fine. I will. Yeah, I can make I'll make a shot at the truck through that gap. Why not? Might put some fire on. Okay. Difficulty is 2, or
it's 2.
we have no momentum. Oh goody. Nope. I don't hit anything.
Right, I mean, it hits. Yeah,
it hits.
It whistles through some of the canvas of the truck back. I think that's probably the nicest way to say that.
That's fine.
It doesn't really cause anything other than a loud ringing in Reese's and Jacques' ears.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, chaps. Damn thing.
Professor?
What?
What? Yeah.
Quite what I'm going to do, I don't know. Because we've got no momentum in the pot.
You know what? I'm gonna say there's like one of those like a sunroof kind of deal.
It's a canvas in this Citroen, which has every mod con.
Oh, the sunroof.
Well, yeah, I shall.
I mean, if you want to take a shot, I could assist you by letting you sit on my shoulders or something. And you can get a nice sturdy firing position.
Just lift them up.
There you go.
Yeah,
Onto your
absolutely.
sunroof if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elevate. I should get on your
Hop
shoulders.
on the old China.
I am. Yeah, and we'll throw off the handy disposable roof, which you'll find is an authentic feature of this model. Milk truck. And I'll get off a shot.
It's a van he uses for transporting milk. It's not an actual milk van. It's a milk float.
Yeah, it's got an electric motor and everything.
Okay, right. So the old stem gun.
So the professor's climbing on Tommy's shoulders and he's lifting you up, so you kind of pop out through this patch in the roof.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
using
so
that
like
as my
the
major
wind
action to
sort of-
assist.
You notice that there are. Was this? Did we still have the lower branches on here? Oh no, it's the hedgerows either side. So yeah, the road ahead's pretty clear of low-hanging branches, so you're all right to be sticking your head out for the moment.
Excellent. For the moment, thank you.
And you can see sort of ahead, the back end of this truck with these sort of 4 Black Sun troopers with their MP40s sort of. They've just sort of sprayed. They were looking to try and obviously hit the truck, but then just as then when Reese fired at them and the lieutenants fired at them, the truck's kind of trying to get out the way, and that knocked their aim off. So there's like bullets flying all around, but
Yeah, it's a bit hair
this
raising.
will pass the ears. But you're fine.
So if I'm using my fighting skill, what attributes can I legitimately use?
It is, I believe, coordination.
Good news.
All around it.
Good news. I'm quite coordinated.
Yeah.
Just 2 dice is all I can get.
Yeah, I'll be rolling a d20 to assist you.
Excellent. Keep me steady. Hold on there. Keep me steady.
It
And
says using your own attributes and skills. So am I rolling something different to like hold him still?
Right. So if Steve succeeds, you roll 1 dice for your brawn plus athletics to keep him steady.
Nice. Here we go. And difficulty
Will be
2. Here we go. Well, no. And a complication.
and a complication.
The fickle fate of fortune can help out. If you have
I
a
will spend a
re-roll those at all.
fortune point to reroll.
That's the spirit.
The fickle finger of fortune favors you.
Right, let's try that again. Well,
Better,
You've got 1 success.
closer.
You need 2, but it's all like if Craig can roll 1 success.
Come on,
is
Tommy.
ahead of
Help
you,
him out.
then that
Yep,
would
yep.
be that would.
The
That's
idea.
good.
You just roll a 1 and then you get 2 successes. You'd be fine.
No.
Oh,
Okay, so
Yeah, we're not doing so. We've rolled 5 failures consecutively.
yeah, but like
We can
this
make
thing-
it 6. Don't sell ourselves short. We can...
Yeah.
We're scaring the crap out of the driver who's sort of making his men in the back miss. So you know, swings, roundabouts. So
Let me down, let me down. Don't I heights? Oh my god!
It bends
Just in time. Just in time. Get your head back in.
Let me down!
I'm bracing the car though.
It's a bend of the road. It's not a sharp as it was before,
okay.
but there is still a bend, so it's just a difficulty of 1 to get around this one.
Okay. So I will roll my coordination with a whopping 2 dice with vehicles. So I'm not giving you any more threat. And difficulty 1.
Yeah, come on. Nice.
nice.
2 successes and a bonus momentum for the pot. There we go. Back on a roll. Let's get some momentum built up here, right?
We need some. We need some.
Go. Back on track.
Yeah, he's keeping ahead of you though. He's keeping himself between you and the car in front.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here until like either the lieutenant tells me to go past them or gives me some other direction. I'm kind of like I can't quite get around them in this bendy road. So
Yeah, no, the lieutenant will definitely say, you know, do try and get ahead of them, and if you can't get ahead of them, just ram them.
100%, we'll do that.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Driving, you can go driving. So it's one
I'll
of you
go.
guys.
But what I'll do is, instead of shooting, I would like to make an observation test to see if I can tell any more information about the guys in front, like how many are in there, if the truck has any weaknesses, anything helpful.
Okay. Make your roll then.
What's the difficulty?
It would be 2.
Nice. So I'm going to use this talent again to make it a 1.
Okay.
I'm going to use my. I'm going to take that 1 momentum in the hope I can build up
Yeah,
some
come
more.
on.
You got it.
And I got a focus of sight. I'm going to
There you
use
go.
that.
Oh god.
Oh
man.
my god! You know what? I'm going to spend a fortune point.
That's the way. That's the way.
I'm going to keep the 1 success. And I'm going to re-roll
And re-roll the
two
other.
two
Yeah.
other dice. So,
God, you missed by 1 for the other dice.
come on. Come on, eyes. So, it'll be
Whee.
That's better.
There we go. 2 more successes.
Oh, better. Okay.
Okay.
So that's a
So
total
we
of
get-
3.
Well, yeah, you spent 1, but then I got 2 back.
Oh, 3 successes. I mean, I'm sorry.
3 successes. You
Yeah,
needed 2, so that's 1 momentum.
Nice.
No, I needed 1 because I lowered
Oh,
the difficulty
jeez.
of my time.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Excuse you, me.
Right. So yeah, it's hard to tell, but obviously you've got the 4 guys sort of taking up the back section of the thing. As you're watching, you're pretty sure you can make out another 4 behind them who can't actually engage with you just yet. Obviously, there's a driver, and yeah, I'm gonna see if that you can see in their wing mirror. You can see Stellar's definitely a passenger in the front as well. So you've got 10 all together in the back of that truck, on board that truck.
God, there's fucking loads of them. Loads of them in there.
This old
Get
Stöller.
Stöller as a passenger.
Stöller fruitcakes. He's
Yeah.
in there, is he?
I like Stöller. Go on, that's my turn then.
So that's me. So spray and pray again.
Oh. I mean, Tommy's probably a better shot than me.
Yeah, I'll sit on your shoulders this time.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I love it when the GM rolls complications. I gotta love that.
So what happens is essentially they're opening up on you. You know, there's bullets flying, muzzle flares, and that. And then you see kind of like the truck begin to jostle like really bad. As it must have hit a pothole or something. So it must be quite a deep one. And one of the troopers kind of flies out and then just kind of sprawls on your bonnet and like looks.
Windscreen wipers.
So if I ram them, I'm gonna definitely put him in between.
crush him.
Oh, I absolutely want raspberry Nazi jam.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
But yeah, so it's one of your guys' actions now.
I'll give you a bunk up, Tommy.
I mean, the problem is all my ways of hurting people are close range. Like,
Ah, Christ.
Also, I'm not sure Tommy would fit through that hatch.
We would just make a new
I'd
hatch.
make it the
Yeah.
right size hole.
A
Yeah.
Tommy-sized hole. Yeah.
Plus, there's low-hanging branches now, so I'm really not sure about that.
Oh, yeah, true.
There is that. Sure.
I was
I mean, I
just
could lean
keeping.
around the side and try shooting a shotgun a few times, but it feels like a long.
You could maybe shoot the fellow on the front, couldn't you? Or you might shoot
Yeah,
the
I'll
truck.
put my
or-
shotgun through the little communications hatch.
I'll aim it for you.
Everyone's deaf. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. No, that doesn't seem like a good idea either.
No.
I mean, you can climb out of the back and sort of like go along the side, Indiana Jones style.
Well, it looks like we're not getting past them anytime soon, so I might as well, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's when he
Throwing
rolls.
shade at your driving.
He'll roll the random country roads, and it will say approaching tunnel.
Hairpin
Sorry.
turn. You're like, oh
Yeah,
no!
as you're holding onto the side. Cliff edge.
I can take a tunnel.
You've tipped the truck over if you get on the
I guess so.
Lean
Everybody
left.
get to the other side. Tommy's
Steer
going to
left.
the side.
I just like hold our sniper out.
Yeah.
Like the scruff of his neck. He can shoot.
Don't think left hand or
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
that.
left up the lieutenant out the hatch.
I can't do well because there's tree branches, but maybe like round the side.
Oh yeah, true.
everyone.
He's staying very quiet though, so I don't think he likes that idea.
Don't ask him. Just do it.
Easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission, Tommy.
Sure, why not? I'll hang our commanding officer out the side of the truck so you can shoot them easier. Because he's not objected.
Shoot him, sir! Shoot him!
Okay, do I have an action to do that?
Right. Well, Tommy, can you just make a brawn plus athletics so you don't drop the lieutenant?
Drop
It's
the
typically of one. So,
Bad news, Lieutenant. I failed my last one of those rolls.
You still got fortune points.
Oh, I don't need them. What's the difficulty?
one.
1.
Come on.
Maybe I will spend the momentum now.
This is gonna be a good time to
Against
hopefully,
resources.
to build up
Yeah,
some more.
yeah.
That'd be good.
Athletics. Does a focus apply? Do I have a... No.
You don't have a focus in holding holding
People.
officers.
I've
Bodies.
got fortitude, but it's under resilience, so I'm not sure that really
It would
counts.
probably be, I think, lifting or physical training would probably be closest to it.
Nice.
Woo! Someone's got to get the job.
So
That's what I'm talking
basically, what happened is that Tommy's kind of like wrapped his arm around something, and he's kind of leaning out with got the lieutenant's webbing on him. The
I like
lieutenant's
to think this,
love it.
this is something we've
on the
practiced
thing,
before, at least.
and the door's kind of like open, and he's hanging on to that.
Yep.
Yeah, Lieutenant. I mean, you know.
Okay, I will line up a shot at Stöller and see if I can't hit him.
Yeah, come on.
Like, you still can't see Stöller. It's just the truck that's in front of you.
Oh,
Worth a
sorry,
shot.
sorry.
That was worth a try though. I love that. I like where your head's at. You're like, no, I
Oh,
want to
yeah,
shoot the
yeah.
bad guy that we're having.
No, I'm not trying to fudge it. It's fine. It's just my brain's a bit fuzzled. I'm going to spend a fortune point
Yeah.
to make this work. Give me a second. There we go.
Any tyre you could hit would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's aim for a tyre. Why not?
Get enough momentum, I think you can
Then
specify. can't
you'd need. It's going to take you 2 to hit it. So you should automatically hit. So you need 2 momentum in order to call a shot. That's particular.
So I could.
So do the roll first and see what you get.
All right, fair enough.
We believe in you.
Come on, sir.
Dice 2.
The side note, I quite like the idea that the professor's still on my shoulders as well.
Yeah.
Can I get down now, for God's sakes?
Difficulty still. Difficulty still 2. Is difficulty
yes.
still 2? Okay.
Difficulty is still 2.
Oh
Yes,
my.
that's because of the.
Really
No,
arse.
that's
Oh, no,
success
but-
because of the fortune point.
That's
Right.
in addition to the fortune.
So
That's 3 successes.
Three
So
successes.
you hit, but you haven't. Hit
I haven't generated enough momentum for
Yeah,
a
you
for a
haven't
full
got
shot.
enough momentum to call the shot.
No,
So you're just
I will-
rolling the damage of the rifle.
And you don't want to spend you can't spend the momentum that's in the pool.
Can I spend momentum in the pool for additional like?
I think it has to be generated from the attack to do the attack.
Well, I did generate 1 momentum, so cough. Let's take the one I just generated back out of the pool, and I'll pop that into my
Damage.
pop that into my. Is it damage or just combat dice that I'm rolling? Wait, do I add another dice to my roll, or do I just add another damage straight?
It's another dice. I
Straight
believe,
damage, I think, isn't it?
for the,
Okay, another dice. Okay. Look at that!
Ooh, hey.
Jesus.
That's how it's done.
9 damage plus 3 vicious effects, so that's additional damage on top of that. So that's
hang on.
10,
So
12.
the vicious effect gives you what?
Whenever you do stress damage, it deals 1 additional damage per effect rolled on the vehicle. So that's 12 damage in total against the vehicle.
So minus my. with that damage and with those effects,
Yep.
I'm going to say you actually do hit a tire.
Okay.
And yeah, you see it now. It is now starting to fishtail a bit as the driver's trying to hang on to it.
Okay.
I mean, it's still going, but you have managed to blow out.
Nice.
Right, yes, very good.
Well done.
Shooting.
Good shot, Lieutenant.
Okay, that's good. Let's keep up this.
Preston, I believe you still have an action.
Okie doodly dokey. Yep. Well, I believe I'm still on Tommy's bloody shoulders, so I'll peek my head out.
I think he let you down when you ducked through.
I kept on asking him to let me down, but he didn't say. He refused. Anyway, I'll pop out the
I told him
hatch.
to find his own way down.
Yeah, pop out the hatch cautiously. Don't want to get brained, and I will let rip with the Sten gun.
This is going to be difficulty 3 because of the overhanging branches, so you're having to keep an eye out for them.
Sounds good.
Getting a bit hazardous, and
Well.
also you're kind of like trying to keep your balance on by basically tippy toes on sort of one of the struts on the side of the van as you kind of treat your balance, because obviously Tommy's at the back now,
All right.
holding on to Lieutenant.
Fair enough. I will spend a fortune point for a crit. I will take a momentum for another dice. Coordination. 3 dice. And difficulty 3. Okay. Oh, so
Plus
I
the success.
got a success plus the 2 from the crit gives me 3, which is enough, I believe,
I
Yeah.
believe it is, yeah.
with no complications. Seems
So what
unlikely.
you're shooting? What were you shooting at? Were you shooting at the guy in the bonnet or the truck?
I was shooting the truck because I'm imagining he's going to be sliding off, or he's going to be a sandwich filler. Sure. So I'll roll the old damage.
He doesn't have a bullwhip. There's no way he can hold on to that.
Yeah,
truck.
exactly. Two stress.
Ooh, nicely done.
And
Alright, there you go.
Well, that's worth.
Again, your burst sprays and it's hitting it's ricocheting off the backboard with the thing.
Swiss
It
cheese.
takes out, like there's it rips the canvas. The guys in the back that sort of.
Yeah, keeps their heads down. Stitch that.
Yeah. I mean, they're fanatics, aren't they?
Of course.
My God. Oh,
The lieutenant's least favorite phrase, right there. What's the worst that could happen?
well, as you watch in surprise, kind of like the four, Reese and Jack will see this.
Mhm.
The four guys at the back have been shooting kind of part way a second, and another Blackson trooper kind of leaps out of the back onto the bonnet, and lands kind of like that, and then just sort of slips a bit, and he's now just like hanging on. He's grabs a windscreen wiper, and he's now just hanging on the side, just for grim death. Like it didn't quite go as he
Turn the
thought.
windshield wipers on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He thinks he's being saved. No, he's not. He thinks he's.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you've now got two guys. One sort of on the front, kind of just hanging for grim death on the kind of hood ornament, and another one sort of like half on the side, half. So. Is that everybody? Has everyone had an action this round?
Yeah.
So, new round, new
so.
random roll. Oh, another bend
Is
to the
the
right.
right surface
Difficulty
wet.
1. And the surface is wet, so that's going to add another level of difficulty onto the roll. And I've got a level of difficulty because I have one shot out to tell you.
I want to pass this swerving vehicle. I want to get past these guys, so I'm trying to look at options for driving past it.
Depending on their driving roll, because they've got a
you've got
flat tire and a wet
remember, you've
road
got the guy on the front, and you've got a guy on the
side.
on the driver's side hanging off. So
Okay.
it depends which side you want to go past.
I'm gonna shear him, like scrape him off.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be your vehicle plus.
Yeah, I'm looking at whether it's a maneuver. Just the vehicle moves to anywhere within close range.
I mean, it's essentially a kind of ramming-ish, maybe.
Let's take a
Just
look
happens
at
to be a
ramming.
person.
Will plus the choose the pilot's will plus vehicles with a difficulty of 1. If the attack is successful, it deals the vehicle's impact rating as stress. Yeah, let's try that. It's got a flat tire. It's doing all over the thing. Let's just ram it. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Ramming speed. I always wanted to say that in an appropriate sentence, appropriate situation. All right, so we're going to use will plus vehicles with a difficulty of 1. That's what it says. So will, and I'm going to spend a point of that momentum. I think that's a good idea. And vehicles, difficulty of 1. Hopefully we'll be running some back here. 1 success.
Okay.
That's enough to need. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna. I'm gonna keep the. I have one more fortune point, I think,
Keep it.
and I'm gonna save it for like emergency purposes.
Yeah. So you sort of start to overtake the truck on its right, and you sort of aim, but as you're coming past, you sort of swerve just that bit, and basically you obliterate the guy who's hanging on the side.
Almost like a pit maneuver with him trapped in the middle.
Oh god, yeah. So now you need to roll the attacking vehicle. All right. So you roll your impact damage as stress, but your vehicle will also take a bit of damage from that impact.
That's okay.
As half the rating, rounding up. So your the Opal. Oh, see, yeah. I'm going to say you're the same as. Yeah, actually, you're not going to be as robust as that. Yours will be 8 challenge die as your impact. That's the damage you're going to do, and you're going to roll. Then you're going to roll 4 to see what damage it does to your.
Is that just found under the damage dice there? And roll 8.
So yeah, the challenge dice. You just roll that one, and it's 8.
That's at the bottom of the sheet. Challenge dice. Is that what I'm?
It's bottom of the screen. Where all those macros
Bottom of the
are.
screen. Go. 8.
Oh, God.
Could not roll. Oh goodness. All right. 4.
Oh, well, you take the paintwork off, but it's replaced by a nice red streak of the guy that was hanging on the side. So maybe he's kind of cushioned the blow a bit, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say you're gonna take half that, so 2 to you, but again it will be absorbed. By
Is that like in vehicles? Is that a lot? I mean, pretend I don't know. Like, is that a
the phone to not really, because they've got a lot of bulk anyway. So you know, if you've got high rolls, you're basically taking off. There's a rating of about, well, depending on the size of the vehicle. So let's have a look. The truck, you're kind of taking off. It's got essentially armor of 4, so it would. If you got over 4, you would take anything over 4. You'd start to do damage to it.
Got it. So it could take this hit, no problem.
Yes, took
one
that
guy's.
no bother. But
Yeah, I'm trying to knock the other one out of the way and ram him.
You can chalk up another Nazi.
Put on the side of the door there. Love it.
It's already pre-marked.
Oh, it has a stamp in the glove box. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's Jacques. So,
Nice.
Yeah. And then, now, does that vehicle need to make some kind of control
yes,
test
I've got to make,
because I'm jamming into him?
My driving roll to get around that bend safely. And I've got... You know what? He does it like. He does it. Again, it's fishtailing around. But he, more than it would for just that gentle bend. But this guy, you're impressed with his driving. He must be getting some really good rolls. But you're now sort of pretty much getting up alongside the cabin of the truck, and you can see. You can now see ahead there's a Kuba wagon and another motorcycle ahead of you.
Okay.
So
keep going. Yeah, we'll get somebody else's turn to shoot the guy on the hood, or
Isn't it our turn after? Don't you both do a driving roll first?
I do a driving roll. He did a driving roll. Now it's back to us.
The guy, and then the other. Okay. My drivers made his roll to sort of stay on the road. So now it's one of you. So Reese, if you want to go, you're in the passenger seat. There's a guy sort of hanging on for grim death in front of you. Looks kind of terrible. Well, you can't see. He looks terrified. He's in a gas mask.
His eyes have become googly eyes in those masks. They're kind of.
That's all right. I think we're still in some gas masks. I've probably got googly eyes as well.
I think
so.
You took
can
them
I
off
see?
when you got when you got back to the.
Can I see the cabin, the driving bit, or just the side of the truck?
I mean, you can see if you look across from Jacques, you can see the sort of side, probably the side door of the truck in the cabin side there. He's pretty much pulled up alongside now. They're kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, what I mean is, can I try and shoot the driver?
The driver's on the opposite side. There's a passenger that would be.
The passenger's Stöller though, right?
No.
So, you said Stöller was in the passenger seat?
Adam said that.
Stoller's in the Kubel wagon. We're pulled up next to the Opel Blitz. So it's in the car
I'll
ahead.
just shoot the. Okay, but we're alongside this, so I could shoot the Kuba wagon in front then.
I'll just kind of Jackal lean back while Darby throws the gun out this way and shoots.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I can either shoot the people next to us, or I can shoot the car in front.
Yeah, you can either shoot across Jacques at the truck, or you can shoot ahead at the car.
Oh, definitely shoot ahead of the car.
Ahead of that, there is the motorcycle.
Is it more difficult to shoot the car, or is it same difference? It's open topped, right?
It's an open top car, but the top is up. There's like a canvas thing, like a convertible kind of thing. So
sure, okay, but it's canvas.
You can't, so you can see the tops up, but you can't see.
I'm going to shoot the car in front.
Yeah, I think that's the better move. I was not understanding.
So, what difficulty is it?
It will be difficulty of 2.
Right, well. Oh, here it is. You're right. All right, so I mean, do I take the 1 momentum? We've only got 1 momentum again. I'm gonna take it. Use it.
Yeah, go on.
So
May as well. You'll build us up some more. Yeah.
Sooner or later, it's a
We'll
difficulty
get some more.
2.
Sooner or later.
Yeah, come on.
Plus, the lieutenant here is going to shoot him.
Yes,
There
look
we
at
go.
that.
Hell yeah! I get that one
Go.
back
That's
at
what I'm
least.
talking about.
Pew pew pew. I say.
Alright, so, Reese is sort of, I presume you're kind of like out the window of your thing, sort of just spraying
Yeah.
towards the,
Sure.
the car in front.
Car in front.
Roll the damage with your
5 damage.
Right, yeah. So your bullets, you see the kind of sparks where they're hitting, the glow of the sparks hitting, ricocheting off the car in front. So you've hit it, but it's still going. Right, my actions then. You, yeah, you see, like, as you watch the rear door of the Kubel wagon sort of opens, and this kind of giant of a man, sort of, not quite as big as Tommy, but rather impressive, sort of, come and sort of hangs on pretty much the same way Tommy's and the lieutenant hang on the back, and you can see just sort of in this sort of the moonlight kind of glints off the spike of his old style World War I helmet, and in his other hand you see he's got some kind of long range weapon which seems to have a hose disappearing back behind his back.
Oh no. Oh no. Sounds like he's got a Flammenwerfer.
Those are notoriously combustible. I bet a crack shot like the lieutenant could make that tank go up.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so as you watch horrified, this sort of ball of flame or
Yeah.
spray of flame comes hurtling towards the truck.
Gonna barbecue that
Conveniently
one on the front.
blocked by
That one
the
guy in
guy, the
front,
lad
yeah.
on the front. So,
Yeah.
Barbecue German.
oh, it smells like burnt dog.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh, and I
That's
got
not good.
effect as well. Persistent
4.
he's on
Oh,
fire.
yeah.
number of stressed 6.
Flamen Nazi, yeah.
That. And so persistent 4. That being we give it a 4 round. Persistent. Yeah, so as a lingering effect, if one or more of them roll, the target suffers, so you're going to suffer 4 stress every turn for the next round. Well, just for the next round. So basically the front of your vehicle is out on fire. I mean, as you watch, the guy who was hanging on the front screams and sort of disappears, and there's a bit of a jostle in the back as the truck takes him off.
I do have a specific talent that minimizes damage to a vehicle.
Nice.
That ignores the effects of any injuries the vehicle has suffered during the test.
Right, you haven't suffered any injuries.
It's
yet.
not an injury to the vehicle,
No.
right? It's just
injuries
stress.
are kind of like when you take so much damage in a round. That's when you get an injury.
Got it. Just want to make sure like it hasn't like really impacted. It's just
this is just kind of your stress damage at the minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've
understandable. Cool. Just being sure. I want to make sure I'm.
And you will take some more next round as these flames kind of die out.
You might need it.
Understandable. Yeah.
Is there a way to stop the fire? Like, can you
besides-
use an action to put fire out if you?
If you can tell me how you think you can do that from inside the truck.
Blowing really hard.
Empty your bladder.
Yeah.
Too late. I did that the first time.
Got some milk.
They started shooting at us.
I've got a thermos here.
I'm going to hit flask, but I don't think that'll help.
No.
The opposite
Drink
effect.
Yes, I don't think Wesley's ability to pull small useful items on his person is going to be able to pull a full fire extinguisher on this occasion. So
I'd like to see it try though. Sounds like a fun trick.
yeah, I guess.
A fire hose in your pocket.
Oh dear.
So look.
And we just lost our PG rating.
We never had
We had a
one.
PG rating.
Yeah, we had a PG rating.
We've been
Can't lose what you never had.
Pretty gross.
Yeah, mate.
I think we're just going to have to
next
ignore.
one?
I think we're just going to have to ignore the flames and try shooting at our targets.
I've got another idea.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. This is how all good things start. Yes.
I've got a plan.
Yeah.
I would like to try and use prototype again, in conjunction with my electrician's tools, which includes spare parts to undertake electronics repair for electronics found in vehicles, I note. And I'd like to try and jury rig the headlights on our vehicle to be blindingly bright. I mean, it might burn them out, I don't really care, but blindingly bright so that they get a face full of like headlights all of a sudden.
Well, yeah, you've only got one headlight, remember?
Well, it's going to burn brightly.
But yeah, the electronics to it are kind of, well, the fuse boxes are usually sort of in the front passenger kind of wells.
Yep, I'll reach through in that case. Maybe I can reach through, pull that lead there. You know, work together synergistically to get it to happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to say, yeah.
If not, can I
You
roll
can
reason
certainly
plus
do that.
persuasion on the
Number of-
DM? That's the other
You
thing
to
to do.
do that. I did talk and reach through it.
Yep.
And I'll let you know when you've managed to jury rig that.
Excellent.
Or could you get Tommy to pass you through, and I'll grab you, and we'll just
Through
squidge
the
in the
wall.
front, and you can.
I don't think so.
There you go, Professor.
Oh, take head damage. Yeah. I'll just talk you through if you don't mind. I love the idea of me being damaged.
Okay, fine.
But thanks.
Okay, so you want to make your roll, and I'll let
Okay.
Reese assist.
Alrighty, so I'm talking him through it. So it's a difficulty 2 engineering skill test. Not that wire, the red wire. You colourblind?
I am a bit colourblind, actually.
Great.
I just hold them up. This one, this one.
It's dark.
Jacques, which colour is this?
I'll spend a momentum for an extra dice, if I may, see if I can get this to work. focus. Yes, actually got one for once. Difficult to go. 3 successes.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
So I spent one, got one back, so we're all pro rata.
Cool. And then you want me to roll for an assist?
Yeah, come on, more momentum.
Okay. And what do I have to roll the same skill?
I think you will be. It will be your. Probably your reason.
An observation to look at what I'm doing?
No, not in this case. I don't think. I think it's
Engineering?
engineering. I think it's got to be engineering. I think.
Alright. So 1 dice.
And you're on one.
Come on.
Difficulty. So it's difficulty 0 because he's already done it.
It's
So
an
it's just an
assist.
assist. No.
Oh.
But, no worse.
Didn't make it any worse, and we pulled it off.
Thanks.
Okay, so can you roll a challenge dive for me, please, Steve?
Challenge dice. I'll accept that. 1 dice. 0.
Shit.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Well, Reese has got the panel off and just pulled a load of wires out, and so you know that's a good start. But,
So does that mean it's failed? Does that mean
no. It's just to succeed. You're going to roll. Essentially, you're rolling damage, and you've got to get so many.
Oh, I see. So
boxes.
we've made a start on it.
Complete the task because it's not just a single action; it's a number
An
of things to
extended
do.
task.
You
I get
check.
you.
So the professor is kind of shouting through the hatch at Reese, who's kind of ducked.
2 guns. And dropping one and
Not
this
that one.
Put this gun under my eye.
Now duct tape around the
Tommy's
red
still
wire.
hanging, or holding on to the lieutenant at the back. So, Tommy, are you keeping him out there, or are you pulling him back in? Or...
I was in the mind to put a salvo into the truck alongside us, if the lieutenant wants to get back on the in-house truck. But if he wants a shot, I don't mind holding him up for a bit longer. No?
Lieutenant?
Lieutenant?
Sorry,
No
say
opinion on
again?
that?
Sorry,
I said I could put you back in the
Shake him,
truck
Tommy.
and put like, wait
Do you want to
up,
take a
sir.
shot, or do you want to be pulled back into the truck?
So I could put a salvo into the truck alongside, or I could put you, but that involved putting you back in the truck. So if you want to snipe something, you should probably
Snipe
do
the
it first.
flamethrower guy.
yeah, let's like the guy with the Flammenwerfer, so we can get that out of the way.
Good call.
We don't need more flames coming at us. All right.
What does the Flammenwerfer do? It werfers the Flammen.
Werf's Flammen.
Where's flames?
Yes. Haha. Okay. No, I'm going to save my fortune point for our target, and we only got 1 momentum, but I'll take it to try and because I want to get rid of this guy. So, dice rolling 3, difficulty 2, or
Would be. Yeah, I'm going to say 2.
okay.
But that. Remember that you're shooting at a vehicle, so the 2's. So you're going to need 2 momentum to choose to hit the person.
Okay, fair enough. I haven't got me. I didn't have 2 momentum, so let's see what comes of it.
1 back.
1 back.
So you've hit the car. So roll
Yes.
the damage.
Yes, so sadly wasn't able to specifically target the guy, but let's see. Stress. Look at that. So that's three effects. So vicious is 3, so that's 8 damage. So 8 stress damage total. I'm just picking this truck apart.
This is the car you're hitting this time, rather than...
Oh, okay. This is the
So,
cool
yeah,
bargain.
you've got a bit
Okay.
more damage. So, yeah, so that's cool. it hangs quite nicely off the door next to the guy hanging out.
And after I've made that shot, I think he's then going to say, "Alright, let me down, Tommy, and get someone else up here to have a crack."
Right. I'll swing you back in.
So my guys who are in the back are going to take...
I'm just going to call Tommy sidecar from now on, and everybody's going to know what it means. You are our sidecar.
Yeah, I'm the gun mount.
Absolutely.
But he's getting his shotgun out now, so... Get wrecked.
He shot his own guy. Look at that. Oh,
Oh, what a shame. It's an explosion, I see.
oh. Hate when you get feedback on a Flaffenwuven. Yeah.
No, these are the guys in the back of the truck who are spraying you with...
Oh, we hate to shoot his tank
with
then.
the
Oh.
MP40s. And again, another one. You know, as with that shot out tire, they're jostling all over the place. And you kind of see one of them sort of like hits the thing and like loses grip of it, and his machine gun disappears under your wheels.
Struth, he's disarmed himself. Never mind.
Anybody not gone? Tommy?
Yeah, me. Yeah, if we're alongside the truck, I'd like to shoot with my shotgun and use salvo.
Oh.
So just...
You can. I suppose it can. You just sort of pump. It's a pump action, isn't it? You're just basically pumping round after round.
Yeah. Don't you have to use salvo to get your stress effects? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
The salvo effects of
Like mechanically.
Well, you don't have any regular stress effects, but if you fire a salvo, you get the vicious effect with yours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I want the salvo for the vicious effects.
So you're shooting at the truck.
Yeah. Because it's like right next to me. I'm short range man. But I've not fired a gun for a while, so someone remind me what I'm doing.
Next to the weapon you're firing on your equipment and talents page.
Pull the trigger!
Talents.
There's a dice next to your shotgun name.
Oh no!
Point it.
Next to the name, right, gotcha.
Point it the other way. Thank you.
Sweet.
Oh, barrel at the enemy. Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's the difficulty for this?
Sorry?
What's the difficulty for this one?
Difficulty 1. Because you're pretty much right alongside.
Yeah, broadside of a barn.
Alright, well I'm going to use a fortune anyway, so not use one yet.
Whoa,
Just to ensure that I actually shoot them, the bastards.
Yeah.
So I'll just roll the one dice.
Take that
but
momentum as well.
you reckon? Go
Yeah,
on.
the more
I-
momentum we can build.
You're guaranteed to get 2
The
successes,
little
right? You know
angel
you're
on
gonna
my
get it back.
shoulder is like whispering to me
Yeah,
to
go on.
take the momentum, so I'll do that. So 2 dice plus 2 successes.
Yeah, come on.
51.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
So
That's
that's,
what
5
yeah.
successes.
Yes!
altogether.
That's what I'm talking about.
So yeah,
So
You've been
that's
taking-
4 momentum.
You've been taking marksman lessons from the lieutenant over here. Love it.
okay. Well, are you going to spend those 2 to hit the one of the Nazis in the back of the truck?
You
Or
can
hit the
choose-
other
you can
tire.
spend-
Spend 2 of them to spend the
two
other
to pick
tire.
a target.
Yeah.
So you can spend 2 to hit the tyre, right?
Or the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I could try
you're on the
and-
passenger side, so you'd have to it's either the passenger or you're shooting.
Well,
the canvas.
sure, not with that attitude. If you want to use physics, I guess. Okay. You know, if you want to bring.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll
shoot
use
the
2
other
to
tire.
shoot.
Swerving bullet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will shooting the other tyre have a noticeable effect, though?
They're already down 1 tyre, aren't they, these guys?
Yeah.
Because if not, I'd rather just splatter a few Nazis. Because I was thinking I'd just put all the shells into the bed of the truck anyway, if possible. and to whoever's in the back.
So you're just
Oh,
spread-
we'll
you're basically
blow
just
out the other
shredding the back
tyre.
of the truck with shotgun
Yeah.
fire, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Would taking out the tyre stop the truck?
It would make it more difficult to drive, but again,
I'll
you've got to
shoot a
cause
Nazi.
enough damage. You've got to cause an injury to the truck to do the damage to the tyre. So he may do it, he may not. Whereas if he spends the 2, he will definitely hit one of the
Kill some
occupants,
guys,
or
yeah.
at least one of them.
Yeah, I'm just pumping shots into the people in the bed in the back. So yeah, I'll use 2 to hit them. So
He
Yeah,
used 2
damage.
momentum to shoot the flamethrower guy?
he's in
He's
a
in the
different
front.
vehicle.
Is he? Is that what we're talking about?
Is in the front guy, that one.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I'm at the back
guy
of
with
the truck, shooting
guy
the
with
truck
flamethrower
next
Those
to
in the
us.
Kubel wagon?
He's hanging out the back door of
The
the
Kubel
car
wagon's the
with-
car in front. I'm shooting the truck
Yeah.
at the back.
So you're driving the truck alongside the other truck
Right.
with all the Nazis in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Kubel wagon in front of you,
Mm-hmm.
and hanging out the side door of that is the guy with the flamethrower that just shot that towards you.
Okay, so if we blow that guy up, it'll get Stöller as well, hopefully. Alright.
Yep, that could work.
Certainly a possibility
if
if Stoller's
Maybe.
in that car.
Stoller's not.
If
in
that's
that
not
car.
Stöller
Take
himself.
The hens.
There you go. So damage, you've got.
Four and no effects. So my salvo is wasted.
But you still do.
You didn't have to spend that 2 momentum, Craig. You just shoot them. You only spend the 2 momentum to target something.
That's
Well,
a cold
you-
shot in the
you
back.
do spend the 2 to target a person in there.
Yeah.
Okay, and not just the truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. So that you hit the truck. Your success means you hit the truck. If you've got enough momentum, you can then choose to target one of the occupants, because one of the truths of the truck is that it's exposed, because it isn't. They're not enclosed in the vehicle when they're in that kind of canvas thing there.
Could he possibly spend 2 momentum after the hit to get a secondary target?
He could.
Oh, is that a thing you can do?
Yep, I'm just been reading the frickin' sheet. You could
Reading the rules.
reading the
That's
rules.
cheating.
Yeah, you could
Amazing.
hit
Yeah.
a secondary target. Given that you're just slamming round after round of that shotgun,
Yeah, yeah.
would seem pretty cool to take another one out.
I've not got that one on my list. That's why I didn't think of that. Yeah, I'll go for a secondary target. Let's say that then. So I've used all the momentum on.
I think they just hit the same amount of damage. don't
They do. They are affected by the full effects of the attack.
they? Yeah.
Because that
So
is closest to the action I had in my head of just shooting all the boys in the back from
Yeah.
close range.
Well, you can hear screams.
Yeah, living the dream.
and
Yeah,
German
I don't speak
swearing.
German. I don't know what they're saying. Sorry.
The lieutenant does. He might be able to pick out a word or two.
I was going to say I'll translate for you. They're saying, "Ah, shit, ah."
Yes.
Pretty much it, to be fair.
The universal language. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way I see it, is he swings lieutenant in, and then he gets his shotgun straight out and just starts shooting at anyone who doesn't duck quick enough.
Has everybody gone?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Let's see what the road was in store for us. Ooh. Yeah, as you can see, as you look ahead, you can see that the road is now going to narrow to 1 car width, and you are neck and neck with the truck.
Well, I'd better try to pull ahead of him before that
Oh, yeah.
narrows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of this is kind of an opposed racing role, really, isn't it? Both
I'm
of our
down.
Driving skills.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
I
So it's
pour
just
my
a
hip
simple
flask in
rule.
the fuel tank.
I like a challenge.
Nitro beast.
What we're going to say is it's difficulty 1 for you, and we'll just see how many successes you get.
Okay. This
before
so not an opposed roll?
It is an opposed roll, so I'm just going to see what you get first, and then I'll roll mine.
Yeah, like you set the target.
Okay. So let's do coordination plus driving. I better use that
that
third
one.
dice. What do you
Yeah.
think? Use that momentum?
Yeah, use
Yeah,
it.
go on.
Use it.
Vehicles. Difficulty 1. Come on.
Hell yeah.
2 successes.
Successes, so you've got 1 bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So, what thread? Oh! Jeez. Yeah, so it's kind of neck and neck there for a second, just as you can see that road narrowing ahead, but just sort of you kind of see like Jacques sort of just glances over, just with like a little cheeky glint in his eyes. He just puts that little bit extra bit of gas on
Oh, I found another gear here.
and just slots
Yeah.
ahead of the other truck.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
So now you're now ahead of that.
Nicely done. So hang on, what's in front of us now is just that.
A motorbike and a
Well,
cycle.
that's
Oh no, the Kubel
Yeah,
wagon.
there's
Is it?
the convertible with the flamethrower and hopefully Stöller.
It's
We
It'd
don't
be
know.
really good if I could get this
Your
dazzle.
truck's taking another 4 damage, isn't it, this round?
Has it?
It's on fire.
With the
fire.
flames.
It's a little bit on fire.
Yeah. It'd be really good if
I was told that was just stress and not actual damage. So
Well,
that
yeah,
was-
but the flames have gone out. They've died down as you've
just the
gone on.
paintwork scorch. It's all. Don't worry yourself.
That fella who was hanging on the front as he turned into.
Oh, he's on
charcoal.
gone.
Oh, no.
He screamed and disappeared.
Yeah, it's a
and the truck
flambe,
was
yeah.
into him.
Is he still hanging on? Can we get Tommy to fling him at the
No.
guns?
Actually, though, there is kind of like
just 2 hands.
a kind of forearm hanging onto one of the windscreen wipers.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Oh, what a myoclonic jerk. Could I could I try and enact my dazzle that gets in front, and call some more instructions?
You're still talking Reese through it, so
Yeah.
you need to keep relaying those instructions then.
I will. So I'll do another. Right, concentrate now. The flames have gone out. Should make it a lot easier. I shall do. What is it? Yes. And I'll take that 1 momentum for an extra dice. Use my engineering and screw it. Spend a fortune point.
100%.
Yeah.
Do it.
Difficulty 2, go. So 2 successes plus 2 from the crit is 4 successes.
Nice. What did you need?
2.
So you got
So
2
You're
momentum.
assisting, so you're making your one.
yeah,
And what I'll do is I'll spend a fortune point on that one
you don't need to
dice.
spend a fortune point in a system, can you?
Got ya.
Bummer.
Okay, so what's the roll then?
It's just
Reason.
your. It was your engineering and coordination. Reason, I think it was. Coordination, because you're mucking about with wires.
No focus. But because you've done it, it's a difficulty 0, right? There you go, one more success, so one more momentum.
So you can roll 3 challenge die now, Steve.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Come on.
Hell yeah. That's better.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay, and yeah, suddenly it's this one, and suddenly like you see
That's
the passenger side beam just sort of boosts.
Love it.
Floodlight.
Like whoa! It's like suddenly lights up, and you can see in front of you. You can now clearly see the Kuba wagon. Obviously, the truck's behind you now anyway. So the Kuba wagon, the back of the Kuba wagon, and the guy hanging out. Was it kind of like you can kind of see him kind of wince visibly
Excellent.
as the full beam of that headlight.
You invented high beams. I love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. So that's going to make things a bit more awkward when I try. And
Yeah, going to make it even worse for you because I get to invoke a talent, don't I, to that device as well from prototype. So, could you help me with what possible talent could we use? What kind of talent could a very bright light bulb have?
Less searing.
Blindness. Yeah. Retina.
I'll have a little look through the list and suggest some, but engineering maybe. Again, vehicles. Oh, this is taking some lateral thinking.
Where are you looking for these?
Talents by keywords gives you the list of all the talents. And you've got to try and. You can select a talent from the talents section.
What my idea is, I just want to see what this does. See if this...
Well, I get to select one. So any suggestions are most welcome.
Not got anything sensible. But,
Yeah, try to find something that is
It's
fitting.
plausible.
Yeah.
mystical power.
Sure. That.
Yeah, it's a lot more. I think the closest one we can probably do is the drive all night, so it makes it easier because it's so bright. It would be easier driving at night because it's almost like driving.
Yeah. What about the equivalent of lights
or
out?
what about
lights
So maybe
out?
it's drive. You can drive further at night because it's not as taxing.
Well,
on you.
drive all night? It stops fatigue from exhaustion or sleep deprivation.
Right, yeah.
What about
I don't know.
off-road?
I'm not really fatigued at this point.
Yeah, off-road.
What about off-road? The reduced difficulty of
off-road. I think
vehicle
is kind of
terrain
more about the
tests.
suspension and the tires and like.
Yeah, but we're trying to just make something fit, aren't we? The off-road says you reduce the difficulty of vehicle terrain tests by 1 because it's so brightly lit that you can see it better. See the
see
road
any
better.
obstacles coming.
I don't, knowing that it's like a rough, say, ploughed field, say, wouldn't make it easier to traverse.
Well, let's go with
Just a-
lights out then, because that fully fits. Ignore any increases in difficulty or complication range caused by low lighting. We're in the dark, so.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
enough,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, take that one then. It's my action, so my Mr. Flammenwaffe, but it's a bit more difficult now because someone's shining a big bright light in his eyes. Difficult. That. Ooh. But he succeeds. Ouch. Another burst of flame smacks into the front of your truck. Is it?
Oh.
But it's still burning away there. The truck's still going though.
Told ya. French technology. Can't be overrated.
Let's not take it for granted, though.
And who's next?
You're right, Lieutenant. You're right. Why don't you cramp his style, Lieutenant? See if you can't put a bullet in this guy.
Yeah.
One behind us.
Yeah,
You know, so, 'cause you're shooting at.
Use that hatch now again.
Right.
Because they're directly in front of you.
Yeah, they're all lit up like a Christmas tree, so.
Yeah, shoot the blind guy.
Sure, why not?
So it's again, he's classed as part of the vehicle, but the difficulty is now back down to 2 because it's so well lit.
Yep, I'm spending a momentum to get an additional die. Look at that.
Oh,
I do hit. No additional momentum generated, but I do hit.
So again, you hit the
no
car.
complications either. So
Yeah, I hit the car.
So you hit the car. So can you roll me?
5 stress. 5 stress damage. And now Wesley needs to reload. Actually, no, it's a 10 rounder. I've forgotten that the Lienthal is a 10 rounder. Although I have taken a few pot shots with it already for this.
Oh, it's alright. You'll have reloaded back at the barn, I would have imagined. Yeah.
All right, I will take 1 ammo out of the thing either way. But yeah, no, yep, that's it. He does 5 stress damage to the car. It's we just keep picking it apart until eventually it just explodes.
Tommy, there's still a truck behind you, sort of right behind you, with there's obviously the driver and the passenger in that. If you want to shoot at those, shoot at that truck, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, if you get enough momentum, you can target the driver, I suppose. So.
Okay, I'll use an ammo to do a salvo again.
Come on, I've got to have better luck than last time.
What's the difficulty for this?
Just 1. It's right behind you.
Yeah, come
Alright,
on.
I'll use 1 momentum anyway.
line them up and just.
Trust in it.
Unload
Oh,
them.
get in.
Whoa!
I'll aim for the driver, please.
Oh.
My
Oh.
dude, look at that! 5 successes on 3 dice.
That's what we like to see.
Beautiful.
Right. Yeah, you can so go for the driver. Roll your damage.
So that'd just be those 2.
Yeah, Tommy is an absolute beast.
Still not getting any effects though.
Hell,
I'm
you
not sure
could
chuck some real
momentum
burners.
spend to re-roll those challenge dice.
Oh, yes, you
Yeah.
Fortune
Right,
spend for that?
okay.
Because
No momentum.
momentum.
Oh. Is it momentum to reroll the challenge dice?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Interesting.
Momentum
Oh,
spends
Might be fortune for reroll.
Might be. I might have misread that.
I'm not spent fortune dice this turn, so I could do.
Or you could spend a momentum to empower the result and add another challenge dice if you can get a better effect. A bit cheaper than a fortune.
I'll spend a fortune. Why not?
I like it.
So I'll reroll that, please. That's better.
Oh, there we go.
8 damage, 1 effect.
Yeah. So essentially, what happens is kind of Tommy just kind of sets himself up, kind of just raises at the shotgun, and just pumps away at the as you see the driver just kind of like chunks that kind of fly out of him as he kind of disappears into this kind of mush as Tommy just continually like pretty much.
There we go.
He's gone. So yeah, which means the truck veers off because he was holding onto it quite well, considering it was down a tire, and the truck kind of barrels into the straight into the hedgerow because it's down to a narrow road. It's got nowhere else to go, and it pretty much grinds to a halt where it is. So
Did it crash into the hedgerow?
Sorry?
Does it
Did it
blow up?
crash into the hedgerow?
It certainly did.
In that case, I'll say, no need to beat around the bush, because that's the best one-liner I can think of right now. Get back in frame, you.
Yeah.
God.
So that's the trucks out of the picture now. So there's just the Kuba wagon in front of you and the so that's your action. Can you do something? Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Hang on. Can you do it?
You know how difficult it is to find a hedge joke on the internet.
That's now. Yeah, it's going to have to be new round.
All right, Lieutenant, am I ramming this guy too? Or you want me to pass him and shoot as we go by?
You can't pass because at the moment the road's still in our road.
Okay. When it opens up, if and when it opens up, we'll see what the new
round you said, isn't it?
The new round has to say about that.
I'm just checking whether or not one of my characters who hasn't acted, if we can do something from where he is. Nope, you're right. Yeah, it's your round. So, we need to see what the road's doing. Ooh.
Works into 2 new roads. The surface is very wet.
They run parallel, or do they diverge?
You can just see that there's a fork in the road ahead, Jack.
Take your pick.
I know which way I'm going, and then I suppose it's. If you pick the same as me, it's going to be a difficulty 1. If you pick different, it's going to be difficulty 2 to make the 4.
Okay.
So I'm going.
They drive on the left or the right in France?
They drive on the right.
Probably easier for them to go right, so I will choose right.
I went left.
Okay.
So you need to make a driving roll at difficulty 2 to adjust that last second.
I'll use a. So, if I'm also trying to ram them. Do I get a chance, or can I not do that anymore? And I'm just following.
You can ram the back of it, but not
Yeah.
the side of it, because it's still a narrow road. It hasn't widened out yet. It's still narrow, but if you make your roll, you'll be behind him, and you'll be able to ram the rear of the car.
Definitely want to do that. So I assume it's still difficulty 2.
Remember, you take another 4 damage to your vehicle, don't you, as the light, the flames die down again. Okay, there's a lot of smoke coming off the front of your car.
Okay.
Or truck, rather.
We're still going to try to make it difficult for this flamethrower to hit us, so hopefully we'll jostle him around too. So we will make coordination, and I'll spend a point of that momentum with vehicles, and said difficulty 2. Well, sounds like we got one more fortune point in the bank that I'm going to spend. And I'm going to spend my last fortune point now to re-roll that, because I can't lose them now. So, we will try that one more time with feeling. As we...
Oi!
Nice.
That's more like it. There we go. 2 successes.
Like,
just
you
enough
think
to
for a
catch
second
me.
he hasn't got it, but he pulls it back.
Nice.
Yeah, you're on his tail. You can't quite ram him yet, because you just caught up with him. So, Reese, you're in that passenger seat.
Yep, I'm gonna try and shoot them. What's the difficulty?
It's 1. You're just shooting the car in front. So.
Does the big floodlight make it easier?
Yeah, that's why it's 1. It was 2 before, but you're now down to 1 because of the. It's all nicely lit up for you.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 of those momentum. Very nice.
You're
So
done.
get that one back.
Somebody needs to be earning us some momentum. Nice job.
Pew. Hell yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
Bada, bada.
There's some very satisfying patow noises as your bullets are striking the rear of that car. Still going on. My just to try and pull away from. Sort of pulls ahead a little bit. He's not making massive ground, but he has pulled it out slightly. Who's next?
I can take another pot shot. More damage I can pour into this thing, the better. I'm going to spend a fortune point, because if this is the the Kugelwagen is where our target is, I want to absolutely make sure I can get. If I get enough successes, I might even be able to get a cold shot on him.
Nice.
Question is, do I spend the momentum?
Yeah, do it. Spend 1.
Yeah, spend 1. Works for me.
Yeah, it's difficulty 1, so you know you're
Oh, even better.
Getting momentum straight back. So
That dice 3, difficulty 1.
Nice.
So that's
Okay.
5 successes, so 4 bonus momentum.
so we just then target the guy with the Flammenwaffe.
Can you target his tank of fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I target his tank
You
of
can
fuel?
target him. I'm going to say.
Okay, yeah, we'll target him. So
If you get, I'm going to say if you get an 2 effect, you hit the
Yeah, you can do that.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 of those momentum that I've generated, and I'm going to pour them into additional challenge dice for this roll. That's all I think. Well, you know, 2 effects. 13. It's
And that's actually the sound that his tank is making.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone got a missile incoming?
It's just put the kettle on. Yes.
Oh,
just-
okay. That's a proper old-fashioned kettle. It makes the squeaking noise.
You know,
So
I've just realised, I've been thinking all night, I've hardly got any threats, because I didn't top my threat up at the beginning to match your fortune, didn't I?
No,
So I
you
should have a
didn't.
lot more threat. Damn you. So,
Next time. Remember next
Yeah.
time. So,
So-
13 damage, 2 effects. So I basically just aim for the tank and just boom.
right. Well, in that case, I'm gonna spend that threat, and I would have
Yep.
had more. So what happens is the lieutenant just sort of gets this beautiful shot, which sort of clips the backpack of the guy with the Flammenwaffe, who kind of has this surprised look on his face, like realizing it's over for him. You can't hear what he shouts, but he shouts something as he basically just lets go and lets himself fall as he explodes, the rocking the car like and spraying this kind of napalm pretty much everywhere. I'm gonna say, Jack, can you make me a difficulty 2 driving roll to sort of avoid this huge fireball that's just erupted in front of you?
Oh, great.
I can if I can use one of those momentum dice.
Do it. Yeah, we've got loads.
Great. And I'll roll 3 dice.
It's the last thing we hear. Scheiße.
Yeah.
Fliegende Kinderscheiße!
I know German. I can tell you what he says.
Yeah.
And you said difficulty 1?
2.
Difficulty 2?
2.
Why
It's
not?
a big fireball.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh, no.
I got 1. Is there a way we can succeed at a cost with spending I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, guys.
No, so you're
I'm out of fortune points as well.
Yeah, I think most
Yeah,
we
reroll.
are.
yeah. So essentially, the front of the thing you've tried to swerve, but like this fireball just sort of rolls over.
Can I
Oh.
assist him and use like my action to give him an assist?
You grab the wheel as well to try. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Go on. I'm going to allow that. Go on.
Nice. Okay.
You also have that talent, don't you, Sherpa, to reduce damage?
Oh,
It's an injury.
For an injury to the vehicle. So
Yeah.
Right, depending on-
if you feel this might tip you over to injury territory.
So we might get to use that.
I'm hoping we don't have to, but yeah. With any luck, we'll never have to, but yeah. Nick's going to roll a 1 here anyway.
Let's see.
Reese.
So what do I need to roll?
It is your coordination plus vehicles.
For driving.
Yeah, no vehicles, but can have a go. And it's difficulty 1, right? Because you need 1 more? No better.
Okay.
And I can't use a fortune.
So yeah,
point on this.
you've tried to help. I mean, it's you think you've helped. You know, you
Maybe
haven't
I did.
been consumed in a fireball. I mean, there's kind of, you know, the front of the truck is on fire, and will be for the next 2 rounds. But it could have been a heck of a lot worse. That said, you hear a kind of sickening kind of crunching sound. There's some, you know, you know vehicles, Jacques. That did not sound good. That sounded like something pretty serious going on with the engine. And also you can kind of feel probably the front tire is probably melting as well. So your talent, you said you've got a talent which...
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 momentum. So if I can spend 2 momentum on this, it's called Keep It Steady. When operating a vehicle, you have spent time maintaining and modifying, which we did earlier. You may spend 2 momentum when attempting a vehicle's test to ignore the effects of any injuries the vehicle has suffered during the test.
Okay.
Nice.
So what we're going to say is your vehicle, it's still on fire, the front of it. Your front tire, front passenger side tire has melted. But you're kind of using the wet road. You're kind of deliberately aiming for the deep puddles to sort of try and negate the efforts of this, and sort of.
Nice.
But you're managing to keep that thing going. And as sort of the cloud, this fireball dissipates, you can see the Kubel wagon ahead of you. The back side of that is also, you know, trailing flames. That's still ablaze, but again, it's still going down this country road. And as you can see ahead, you're coming to a bridge over a river. So, new round. I need to make... I'm gonna make this one. Oh. Right. Ahead, you see the as you sort of get, it's kind of one of those kind of wrought iron kind of affairs, these bridges, more of an industrial kind of side, and you know, it's not like a hump package or anything like that. It's kind of pretty flat, open-sided, but like metal structure. And you kind of see essentially the Kubel wagon sort of get onto the bridge, and then just sort of the flame still belching at the back of it, the smoke roiling in the dark, and it kind of sputters stop and stops ahead of you. It sort of kind of rests against the side of the bridge. It hasn't gone off or anything like that, but it's stopped and hit into the barrier at the side of the bridge.
Do we try to... is it my role? I mean, do we try to stop next to it?
Yeah, you can stop. You can go drive right up to it and stop where you are, ram it, whatever you want.
Well, there was a vehicle in front of it. There was like another
There was a motorcycle.
Did it just keep going?
Well,
on the bridge, or
you can't see it because basically your visions are blocked by like this big flaming car in front of you. So you partly make out what happened to the ones.
Why don't you let me go first and do an observation thing and see if I can tell?
By all means.
Okay. So I'll do that. I'll do an observation test to see if I can see who's in this car in front. I mean, we've still got a big floodlight, even though there's a fireball. If we know anyone, if Stoller's in the motorbike and sidecar, or if he's in this thing. What's the difficulty?
Just 1.
Cool. So it becomes a 0 because of my talent.
You're not looking for danger now. This is just a regular observation.
I am looking for danger. I'm looking to see if these guys in the car are getting ready to shoot us or anything.
Fair enough then, yeah.
I'm paranoid. I'm completely
That's
paranoid.
a good point,
so
yes.
I'm always looking for danger.
That is a good point, yeah.
Okay, so I'll spend... How many momentum do we have there? 2. I'm going to spend 1. I'll spend 1 for 3 dice. I'll use observation, and I'm going to use a focus of instincts or sight, because I have both of those. Difficulty 0. There you go, 2. So that's 2 momentum back.
Okay. So what you can see is from the out the back of the car, you can see somebody getting it, because the car's kind of drifted off at the back end, so it's kind of blocking the roads. It's kind of more on an angle than flat onto you, if you know what I mean, like back on. So it's kind of, so like on the other side, you can see somebody climbing out on the other side of the car. So between the from where you are, there's the car. Then somebody's clearly getting out of that other side, putting the car between them and you.
Okay.
And in the front, from the front side, the driver, who is also on that opposite side, he gets out alongside that other guy who was getting on the back, and the guy at the passenger side is stepping out, and he seems to be holding one of the machine guns. So it looks like you would imagine it's kind of he's going to try and hold you off while these other 2 get away.
Do the other 2, any of them look like Stöller?
I mean, it's hard to tell because the flame, again, there's the flames and the smoke, but you can see one of them does seem to wear an officer's cap, and he does seem to be holding something clutched to his chest.
I'm going to use this then, seeing as I've just made 2 momentum. I'm going to use them to ask you 3 questions about the scene. Is one of them guys Stöller?
Yes.
Any other questions? Give me some ideas, everybody. I have a question. If we ram into that car, is it going to hit? Can we potentially ram it into Stöller, the other side of the car?
I mean, potentially, depends how hard you want to go.
Like physically, logistically, that's possible.
Logistically possible. Yeah.
Okay, does anyone have another question before I ask one more?
We have to ram it. Can I get around and just run over Stöller?
No, because it's quite a narrow bridge, and
just making sure.
The
Hey,
car's
wanted to
kind
make
of
sure.
Angled the way. That's
Making sure.
kind of, yeah.
Good question.
So it sounds like I'm gonna, do one more ramming speed and really tell everybody to hold on.
Brace.
The other side of them, is it a riverbank? Because you said it's a bridge. Does it go over a?
Yeah, the
down
bridge
a
is going
riverbank?
over a river. It's, it's probably maybe like maybe 100 feet across this river. You can't really tell loads about it because it's still dark and you're still approaching it. I'm going to say you're coming down towards it. It's sort of,
Yeah, we have a big floodlight as well.
so you can see a little bit about it, and it's a moonlit night, so you can see the moon reflecting off the water as you come sort of hurtling down towards this sort of bridge where they've stopped. But yeah, they seem to have stopped probably about halfway across.
Well, there you go, Jack.
Shunt 'em
I've
off.
passed that information all on to you. Aim for the fella with the officer's hat.
If that's at all, if that's at all possible, I will ram them into the one with the officer's cap. That as you know, Darby's like that one there, and I go, got it, and kind of.
Well,
Yeah, I just point out
Laura.
to
ram the vehicle, and it'll probably depend. I mean, bearing in mind everybody's still on fire, and you've got like one less tires, but you've got your talent, which means you can ignore. You don't have that difficulty.
Right.
So yeah, it's just essentially the regular, I'm just gonna say that ramming rule.
Okay.
Go for
I'll
it.
yell back. Hang on to something.
Yeah, I presume everybody is hanging on to something because you will feel this.
Yeah.
Hold on to a strut, by which I mean Tommy's arm.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Hope I don't
So
fall
we're gonna.
on
So the if I've got this right, the vehicle one for the ramming. Hot pursuit is a will plus vehicles with a difficulty of 1.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So here we go, and we've got a point of momentum. So I'm going to spin that bad boy because we're going to need that. So I can roll 3 dice, and away we go. Will plus. Vehicles. Go, and difficulty of 1.
Nice.
1 success.
Yay.
So what you needed.
That's what we needed.
Nice.
Roll your damage.
Exactly. So it allows. So again, for this, is that 8? Is that what we had before? The challenge dice
About the
was.
same as last time. So yeah.
Is 8 challenge dice?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully, I'll,
That's better.
slightly better with several effects though.
Yeah. I'm going to say that yeah. You plow straight and the car, you just hit it at that perfect sweet spot, and it tumbles. So there's this flaming, tumbling Kubo wagon, which just hits the 2 guys who are running. He's gonna try and leap over the bridge. I mean, he's got to try, hasn't he?
No. Doesn't.
No, he can just lay down and die. It's
He
fine
really
with me.
doesn't.
He just give up, realize the futility of all his actions, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I repent.
It's your last chance. Repent now.
Yeah. A figure leaps over and plummets into the water.
In a sort of tumble
You're the
to
one.
his death or a
The other one
swan
just
dive.
smeared across the thing. So now you need to roll the damage to your vehicle. So 4.
So that's 4 challenge dice. Is that also correct?
Yeah. That's all right.
3.
Okay. So can everybody in the vehicle make a brawn plus athletics roll, please, to hang on?
Is this including Jack, including the driver, as I'm holding onto the steering wheel? Or is
Yeah,
this...
everybody.
Okay.
What's
everybody
the-
in vehicle.
And the difficulty was...
Just 1.
Ah, perfect. Good.
Woo.
Oh no.
Professor, no.
Reese,
Oh,
no.
Reese, no!
Ooh, right. So you got 2 of them.
Curse
Can you both roll 2 challenge die to see how much stress you take?
Okie
Curse
dokie.
you intelligent but newly armed boffins.
Yeah.
One success for Jack.
Oh,
Okay.
don't look good.
I got the same 1 and 1 effect.
Okay. And so. Okay. Right. So, yeah, whatever stress you take, and for every effect, is essentially you will be. I'm going to say going to be knocked unconscious, or stunned for that number of rounds.
But we can negate one
So take
stress
one
from the
stress.
courage. Right.
Because they have
Yeah,
that
true.
courage of your.
Well, this is physical, not mental.
Well, 1 armor then.
Yeah.
So I don't get injured, but I'm unconscious or stunned.
Knock loopy a little bit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could just be knocked.
Or does the courage stop the loopy?
No. It's not really courageous to be not jostled about. It's kind of more. That's kind of for more for like mental attacks if he was casting spells at you. But I didn't get a chance because someone rammed me.
Nice. Worth it.
But yeah, so
Worth it.
eventually you kind of all stagger out of the truck, or what's left of the truck really. The front end is completely mangled now. What was left of the front tires is kind of just melted. There's a horrible smell of burning rubber, burning flesh,
Oh, no.
twisted metal. It's just horrendous. You look into the river below, but there's no sign of any life of anybody who got over like that. And there's no sign of that motorcycle at all.
Do we see his book floating about in the river?
No, the river's probably about 30 feet below you.
Well, I feel fairly satisfied that we got the bastard.
Mm-hmm. Well, even if we're not in much of we're in no fit state to go after him now. I must assume that we'll leave him to the river.
We've got no dive gear, no boats, and we have a rendezvous to make. So
You've done damn fine tonight, lads. All of you, I'm proud of you.
I mean, that chair's probably taken you a good sort of 30 minutes. So we're now getting to about what 3:30 in the morning. This sort of.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, but the point is that we have a long way to go, and now the vehicle is basically totaled.
Yeah, you're not salvaging this tonight.
Yeah. All right, Gally.
You've got your maps. If you want to make a quick orienteering roll, you will be able to see how far you're away from the.
Yep. Who's got the maps? I know it's.
You. You're the
okay.
opposite.
All right. Orienteering. What would everyone?
It's under survival.
Oh, yeah,
Orienteering
I
is
see.
a specialty under survival. It looks like.
Yep. I don't have it myself. Does anyone else have a specialty in that sort of thing?
I just have survival 2, but.
You might be better to roll it there.
Not really my specialty, Lieutenant.
You could have it as Jacques. I mean, Jacques might know the area.
Yeah, I can read a map.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you know the area, and then
I'll bring out the map.
It'll be your reason plus your survival.
Reason
is your
for
roll,
survival.
but obviously because you've got an orienteering, you get the focus.
And
Right, and-
I'll roll 1d20 to assist.
I was gonna say you can assist and tell us where, like, figure out where we are. Here's where we need to get, kind of thing, to assist. Okay, so survival and reason. And is there any reason not to use that last momentum?
Focus.
Use it.
Yeah, go ahead. Difficulty was 1 or 2.
Just one.
No, you'll get no help from me, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. I got 2 successes on my own and a
Yeah,
complication. So
And a-
we'll see.
Map
Actually, you know
list.
what? I'm gonna give you a 2 threat to buy that off, because the last thing we need is.
We'll be in Berlin by Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
I'll
you
get-
kind of by the light of the burning cars and trucks, you manage to work out where you are compared to where you need to be, and you realise that you should be able to make the rendezvous just in time to get there.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's starting to get light as you arrive at the site. It's a field next to the river.
Yep.
Quite a big field, obviously, because they're going to need to land the plane. And so as you get there,
This is where that fortitude specialty helps you, Tommy. You can just march for miles.
Yeah, I've got one professor on each shoulder. Well, at least
Well,
until they gain consciousness.
I'm not really very good at most athletics, but I am good at long distance. I've got fighting fit, which means that I don't tire as quickly as I should when it comes to strenuous
Unstoppable in a
ongoing.
fun run.
Absolutely, yeah.
so you get to the site and sort of squat down in a sort of hedgerow waiting for the thing, and eventually you do hear that reassuring buzz of those plane engines, and watch as the plane descends and lands from there. And you see that grateful to see the sight of that plane that you jumped out of not that too long ago. You get in there, and the crewman helps get you in there, and it's like, you know, the Captain Mandrake at the you all yeah, good show, you all made it back. Right, picked up a stray, I see. Oh, good show. Is he coming?
Come on, Jack.
That's a good question.
Can drop you off
I
somewhere.
assume he's been recruited and needs to at least debrief with Section M.
So he was part of the. He's a vital part of the operation. I think he's going to have to come with us for debrief, if nothing else.
Plus, you don't want to hang around here. It's a bit lively. There's a lot of cross Germans.
Yeah.
Well, good share. Hey, yes, well done.
Right.
Shut the door, Jim. No. Off we go.
Is there any
Might want to sit
chance?
down for this bit.
Yeah,
And
is there
you
any
sort of
chance?
start
This
acting away and
time,
Good
could we
feedback.
get out where we're actually on the ground rather than the air? Make a nice change
Yeah.
of scene.
oh, yeah. And with that, it touches us, and you have a nice, quiet trip back home to Blighty.
Nice.
Well, I say back home to Blighty,
Hooray.
all of you, apart from Jack, who's going there for the first time. But hey, you make it.
Yes.
Well done. You have survived a quick trip to France.
So let's see. That was fun.
Excellent.
There we go. Hey, great job, everyone. We all survived.
Hey, yeah.
And we got, we'll get that Stöller next time,
I'm a hero.
You are a hero.
You are a hero, Tommy. You are, and a special commendation for the hedgerows, which seem to be propped up everywhere there. So,